Welcome back into the Rounding Third podcast. I'm Nick, and we got the boys again here tonight. How we doing, fellas?
Pumped for some derby.
That's right.
Good. What's up, fellas?
Not too much. Okay, before we get going, make sure you follow us on Facebook. You can like, subscribe on YouTube, and just interact with us every week. So, yeah, Home Run Derby. We're live for the Home Run Derby. What are our predictions? Do we see a three-peat out of Alonso here?
I'm taking Pete until he loses it.
It's really hard. It's really hard to go against him. I will, just because I want to be different. I really like Acuna in this event. I hate the fact he gets Pete right out of the gate. But if you're going to win, you've got to go through him at some point. So I do like Acuna.
I'm going to take the dark horse and the rookie here. I'm going to go with Julio Rodriguez here. I think he's built for quick bat, stamina. But, I mean, rookies tend to not do well in this event just because, like, it is a lot of swings in a short amount of time, and they usually run out of gas. And I mean, he's not built like Vlad Guerrero. So there's that. But
I kind of like the young guys in this because they're going to have the crazy, stupid energy to keep going.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Sean?
Sorry. No, I was just going to say, that's the thing with, like, Vlad and Pete, though. Like, they did so well when they were built like shit houses. Like, they're like big boys, you know? Like,
yeah.
So it's young, like, Julio is not small, but by any stretch. But, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot in a short period of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
They just introduced Pete. He didn't get a huge reception, but
yeah. Well, Corey Seager just came back too. This is the first time Seager's been back in LA. So
yeah, he got a pretty good reception from the fans.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Am I still super delayed?
A little bit.
A little bit, not as bad.
Yeah.
I can't figure it out, man. I don't know. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. We'll make it work. But
all good. Just talking baseball.
Yeah. So saw the all-star lineups for tomorrow. There's Trout backed out. He's on the 10-day IL. And we saw Chisholm back out of the NL. And then who was the other one? Altuve backed out. So Andres Gimenez gets the start. And then Byron Buxton gets the start for Trout. And then Jeff McNeil, who was like fourth on the second base depth chart for the NL, but he still deserves it. But yeah.
I mean, McNeil's had a good season, but it's just sad you got to go that far down the list to get somebody to show up and play the game.
Yeah.
They're going. Pujols is getting a pretty warm reception right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And Soto got one too.
I mean, that's just the hard thing, though.
Yes, because he's going to be
the hard thing. That's just the hard thing, though, with having an all-star game. Guys, it's a rest. Guys need it to rest. And, like, these guys, they're these teams that are going to hopefully try and have deep playoff runs. Like, they can get a week. Like, that's huge. Like, that's so important.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's like, and I get, like, I have it, but I'm just saying, like, it's, like, I get why. Like, I totally understand why these guys just, like, you know, but I'm going to stay. Like, I would probably do it, too, unless it was my, like, anytime after my first one, like, yeah, I'm probably staying back and just resting and relaxing.
Yeah, especially if you're in contention. Like, if your team's playing for something, you know?
Right. Like,
if you're
Altuve, I mean, how many games is Altuve going to play? He won big games down the stretch. I mean, that team's got 50-something wins. That, like, they're going to challenge for the American League. Like, they're going to get a week off. That's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and the turnaround is short. I mean, most of these guys played yesterday, Home Run Derby today, game tomorrow, and then most of them are back at it on Thursday. Like, this is a super short break.
Yeah, there's games on Friday too, right? Is that what you said?
I think. Yeah, they're either back Thursday or Friday. I
crazy.
Didn't double check the date, but it's a quick turnaround, and these guys literally were all playing games yesterday afternoon.
Right. nuts. But I mean, all right. So who are we taking in this first round here? Is it going to be Alonso against Acuna? I mean, who are you taking? I mean, I know Harrison wants Acuna, but
I'm taking Pete to win the whole thing, but I'm taking. I wouldn't mind seeing Schwarber put on make it interesting.
I mean, and I look at it like you look at the bracket on the right. You got Alonso, Acuna, Seager, and Rodriguez. You look to the left: Schwarber, Soto, Pujols, Ramirez. Soto could easily just blast through that bracket to the final and leave all those guys behind. And then Alonso and Acuna could beat the crap out of each other. Soto could surprise us all and run away with this thing too.
Yeah, the left
I don't
side.
think he's great in these events, but because he's got such a pure swing, he's not just a drop and drive guy like Alonso. But that's not a super hard bracket he's got.
No. It'll be interesting because Dodger Stadium's not exactly a hitter's park. I mean, you gotta put a charge into it, but I mean, I'm sure these balls are gonna be juiced up a little bit, and
for sure, these things are gonna be wound as tight as they can get them. It's like hitting golf balls, I bet.
Yeah.
But they also say that in the evening air in California, in that ballpark, the ball does travel well.
Yeah.
And Corey Seager said from his days playing there, he knows to go to right because that's where it travels the best. So the lefties probably have a big advantage here. That's that doesn't help Alonso or Acuna.
No.
But there's not a lot of ballparks that those guys can't hit out of, so I don't think it matters.
The true MVP, the two derbies for Pete Alonso has been his coach, his thrower.
Yeah, Dave Joust.
Have you seen the donut the guy throws it through?
Also, did you know that Dave Joust also got recruited? He's pitched at the Home Run Derby X also. He's going to the one he's been in London. He's going to South Korea. He's going to all of them. There's a number of players that actually request him out, not just Alonso, but a bunch of other guys request him as well.
Well, I mean, dude, when you can throw it and hit a dime every single time, you want that guy.
I was just thinking the same thing, Nick. I'm not even sure who that was, but it wasn't good.
I don't have the sound on, so I didn't hear it.
Oh, the anthem was painful. I'm not sure who it was, but it was painful. What's going on, Sean? Yeah. But yeah, that anthem.
Oh, we all got dropped. I just got kicked off.
Oh, nice. Consider yourself lucky. Thanks. Was it like the Aretha Franklin one that took 6.5 minutes? Remember that one? I think before a Lions.
I'm not sure who that person singing was, but the voice was all scratchy and it wasn't good. It just didn't sound good.
It's art, man. It's art.
It's art. That was crap is what it was. So bad. I don't like when they bring in these obscure performers or super niche performers. Bring in somebody mainstream that's gonna sing the song and get off the field.
Right.
Let's just go. So it looks like it's Seager and Rodriguez going first.
I have one more before we move on from the started.
Go.
So I don't think Kyle Schwarber 2018 has hit this ball. Kind of look like this guy can absolutely put on.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a great home run derby swing. I mean, he is a drop and drive kind of guy, and if his timing is right, he will launch a bunch. Yet you can tell with a guy like Schwarber, a guy like Alonso, when they're on, they're hitting moonshots. When they're not, they're either pounding the ball straight into the ground or popping it straight up in the air. Because when you drop and drive, that lift of the bat, you're either going to hit on the bottom side straight down or the top side straight up. So when their timing is off, you can tell it's obvious.
Oh, for sure. But I'm just saying, in a format like this, where it's the right rhythm with the right pitching, you can have 15 straight balls that are absolute just missile after missile, guy like Schwarber.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think to your point, I think a guy like Schwarber, a guy like Seager, a guy like Acuna, and maybe even Rodriguez a little bit. These guys that have these shorter, more compact swings they're going to do just fine. You don't have to have that long home run hitter swing.
Yeah.
It's going to be
So it's a-
interesting if they see like they don't swing or pitch till the ball lands. Like
Oh yeah.
in the past,
Yeah.
they said they can't pitch until the ball lands, and that hasn't been the case. It's just like, okay, watch it for a second. Okay, next one's coming in.
Yeah,
But,
that one's definitely gone go.
yeah.
But
Man,
But no, I think it's when you see the guys that try to lengthen their swings and hit like softball, that's when they struggle.
Like I get some adjustments to stuff like whatever, but back in the day, like, and it was just 10 outs, home runs. You hit in between the 10 outs, and then that's the ultimate like that. I can just stand up there for home runs. Like, to me, that's an hitting ability. Then swings I can get off in 60. I'm not saying it's not impressive. I mean, remember the Bobby Abreu? Like, that was like an
Oh yeah.
hour round, home run
Yeah.
after home run after home
Yeah.
run. Or what Josh Hamilton did. Josh Hamilton won Seattle.
yeah, he had like
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that was incredible. Like, those ones are crazy. Like, you're not going to sign, but those were some
Yeah.
of the funnest. Those were some of the fun.
Yeah, I do miss the 10 out format because it was a totally different derby.
Oh.
Now it's just a matter of how many swings can I get in this amount of time, and it's different. It's just not it doesn't play the same way. It's literally just keep chucking them at me so I can keep swinging.
I mean, still 30 in 4 minutes is ridiculous, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
but
freakish.
still,
Freakish.
It's outrageous.
just I can't. But
Absolutely freakish.
But it also takes, like, when we go back to the 10 out format, right? Time, and there was no rush. Like, really sit back and admire a 500. They do that now. Like, if you're in
Right.
attendance, shots, like, you're gonna miss
Yeah.
lands. Like, it's everything about it is rushed, even the fan, rather than, like, we want these people to really admire, everyone. But I mean, it's what I miss the old one. The old
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
The 10 out format was different. Now it's a race. Back then it was literally they could hit a bomb. Chris Berman could say back 27 times before it landed. It was the whole thing. Now it's literally just how fast can I get to my next swing, and I do that. The 10 out thing, like, when you got to like 7, 8 outs, these guys started to get a little bit pickier. They started to hit different pitches.
Sure.
Here they're just hacking because if it's a bad pitch, it's faster for me to just like flick it into left field and get another one than it is to actually like take the pitch and worry about what I'm going to do with it. And it's just a totally different
And
approach.
or be an
And you
Aaron
got
Judge
9
and
outs?
flip it over the right field wall.
Right.
Now it's ridiculous. Or then you out and you'd have that money ball come in.
Oh, yeah.
For hitting that money ball out.
Yeah, I mentioned this last week with like ESPN2 does the StatCast, and you can't watch the StatCast with this format. It's literally
too
just
fast.
ball arc, and you can't like keep up with like how fast the ball went and what angle it went because it's like hit. Where
Yeah.
like you guys were saying, like you sat back. You watched the ball go 508 feet, Sammy Sosa in Milwaukee, off the top of the slide, taking the mascot off.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you
Or you
could
get to watch
sit back and watch it.
You get to watch the cloud of kids move around the outfield trying to catch it.
Oh my god! Right? Like those, how a kid has not died in the outfield yet? It's beyond me.
Missiles.
Yes, I'm with you, Nick. I don't know why they continue to put it's a home run derby. You don't need fear. It's not a home run. Like, what do we
Right.
that don't know how to track fly balls that run with these balls that are not home runs, but they're off? Can you have the 9-year-old get out of the window in front of a back?
Yeah.
Well, there's always that one kid who's like bigger than the rest, who's pushing everybody out of the way to make the catch, and it was always a mess. It was
Or he
always a
just
mess.
goes up above him and just like
Right.
catches it like above his head. Like,
Yeah. I was always amazed somebody didn't get hurt in those. It just
I mean, to be honest, I'd be the hardo out there going for every ball I could. I'd
for
be
sure.
trying to climb the wall, robbing them. Like,
we can't even pretend like the three of us wouldn't be hardos in the outfield pushing kids over to catch balls. We were those kids.
dude, I'd be sitting on the top of the
Me
wall
too,
trying to rob
let
them.
alone kids. I'd be doing it right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What about
For
these
sure.
trucker style all-star hats? We like those?
I don't get it.
I like them.
Of course you do. Yeah. of
Yeah,
course
I
you
do. I like them.
I don't hate them. I just to me that's not a like professional style hat. Like I expect to buy that at the concession stand for $15. But when I want like the game hat, I expect to get the New Era the full fabric, like not the cheapo trucker hat. But I
Yeah.
get it.
So you
It's
don't
like when you buy the
the
ice
spring
cream
training
for the helmet,
ones
then you
either,
wear it
then?
for a little bit.
The spring I don't mind the trucker hat in spring training because it's a much more like mellow vibe. It's not like you're not in like the official uniform at Fenway Park. Like I feel like when the season starts, you got to be in like the real uniform, not these trucker hats. They're I don't know, like a practice hat.
Fair enough.
I don't know. They don't feel like a game hat to me. The game hat is like what Nick's got on, the New Era, the full fabric.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the game hat. The quality of the game uniform and the game hat is always like the best there is.
Rodriguez, first one up here, huh?
I know. What a way to start off. Fourth youngest player in a home run derby.
No hat.
That's a bold move.
Let's see how it pan off for him, Cotton. It's a bold strategy.
It's a bold move, Cotton. So
Yeah.
3 minutes.
And they get do they still get the bonus time for 2 over 440?
I didn't see that. They
That's the
popped
rules that I missed. So
Yeah,
I'm
they
not-
popped the rules up, but I didn't see if that was still on there.
I missed it too. But yeah, talk about having, like we've talked about him last week, but this kid living up to all the hype.
He's
I mean,
amazing.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
star, man. He had one hell of a June.
And what is this bat he's swinging? Is this like a
It's a-
camo? Like what is it?
They just flashed the graphics of it. It's a Victus and it's a 34, 31 and a half.
34, 31 and a half. That's a big bat for a guy who's not all that big.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Pissed on.
Goodness.
He's
Ball was pissed.
He's got a nice easy swing.
He
Yeah, that ball was.
does.
You guys are definitely ahead of me, but it's all good. Wow, these things are tanked.
Whew.
Yikes. Yep.
Yeah, 463 was his first one.
Whew.
Oh yeah, there is a 240-40 30-second bonus.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So yeah, you get a 30-second bonus for 2 home runs over 440.
Dude, 463, 107 miles an hour off a pitch that's coming in at 45. It's
Yeah,
insane.
456. I mean, he's hitting bombs. He's earned the first
Fellas.
30-second bonus.
Baseball 455 feet.
Jesus. Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
Dude, I could do this in
Oh.
my sleep.
This guy is hitting laser beams.
Easy. They still get a timeout, right? They get one
Yes.
timeout.
Goodness. Yeah, they get one.
Jesus.
He's now just hitting rockets like he is dialed.
Even the ones up of are just line drives out. Holy frick.
All right, using his
Yeah.
timeout. Good call.
Jesus, dude.
This is nuts.
Dude, that kid almost just got it in the chops.
He
Goodness
definitely misplayed it.
gracious.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's got 30 seconds left on his timeout.
Holy.
Man.
He is hitting rockets.
Dude, I love this kid. Has been fun to watch. I mean, especially that month he just had, like I said, like
It's just,
Yeah, he is.
I mean, there's
super
nothing,
talented.
team that's won 14 consecutive. Did they lose yesterday? They win yesterday. Seattle. Do we know?
Do we know what?
Did Seattle win or lose yesterday?
They won. They've got
'Cause they
14
had
in a row now, right?
Wasn't that 15?
Oh,
I thought. Yeah,
good
I thought
question.
it was 14. Either way,
Hold tight.
either one wild card team. It's Nick.
Yeah, the Mariners won 6-2
Did we
yesterday.
lose? Yeah. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
Manager to start your franchise is looking real good baseball.
Yeah. Boy, he has got a sweet swing.
Buddy. Boy, balls like
Boy. Talk about the pressure going first and handling it just fine.
and he that 30 seconds has he's going to hit 30.
Oh, that 30 seconds hasn't been added yet?
No,
Oh, jeez.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, he's going to be good for, 28 to 30 here. Boy, oh boy.
gracious.
Wow.
20.
Wow.
Oh, so maybe they did add the 30.
Oh, did he earn 30 seconds twice? Did he earn 2 30-second boosters?
You
Because they
can
put a minute back on.
you can get an extra minute. They should limit that to 30. If you hit 2 or
Well, no, that's what it is.
you hit 10, you get 30.
The original time when they first started this was 4 minutes. So you must be able to earn the full minute to get back to 4 minutes. That's my guess.
Yeah, because they put
I
a full
see.
minute on the board for him. I thought it was only going to be 30 seconds. He's going to hit 30 plus.
He's getting in the first round.
Yeah, he's 25. He's
Jesus,
at
you're
25
a young
Good.
kid. You've never first, and you just rip off.
So it's going to be interesting to see how this affects his second half, though. It's been, this has been a very this event has been known to cause a lot of second half slumps out of these sluggers, which, I mean, I hope it doesn't, because this guy had a ridiculous June. But
I will say this, and I don't love this dude that's pitching, who's giving him the ball in the same spot everywhere he wants it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's thrown like maybe 3 pitches that weren't piped.
Right.
That one a little bit.
Yeah.
Pitcher's getting tired.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, he's thrown a lot of pitches. Oh.
Goodness gracious. Dude.
Oh, that's a missile. Could have hung laundry on that rope.
Ooh,
Oh,
ball
boy, there's
one.
30.
Oh, you guys are way ahead of me. I'm only at 14 here.
Wait, what?
No, I'm kidding.
I was going to say,
He's got
what are you
29
watching?
and he's got 29.
Are they telegraphing it to you or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Boom. 32.
Damn. That is a pretty decent first round.
Unreal start. If you're
Wow.
Seager, you're sitting there going, oh, man, I don't want to follow that.
Right? Here's my homecoming back to LA, and I'm going to get absolutely
It's
smoked.
smoked by a rookie.
I'm 95. See you bye.
Oh, man.
That was a show, man. He was my dark horse pick for sure. But I mean, it's hard to say what everyone else is going to do too. But
That's the thing. I mean, you just have to. You get the pitcher throwing you what you want. You make some good contact. Anybody can win this thing.
yeah.
Wow. 109 mph was his max exit velocity. 463 feet was the longest.
Which
Pretty
is
good
crazy. Right, which is crazy because, like I said, these got the pitcher's throwing 45 miles
Right.
an hour.
Yeah, it's all your power.
Right.
It's all
Right.
you.
Insanity.
Throwing you these little cookies you're just launching.
Yeah, right. Even Stanton goes over. He's like, "Yeah, that was pretty impressive."
God, Aaron Judge is huge.
Right? Did you see that kid that the Yankees drafted last night? They drafted another 6'7" kid. Lefty.
Oh, really?
hitter. Yeah. He's a lefty.
Where they keep
But-
finding these tall kids.
I don't know, man, but what?
Wild.
Pitcher?
No, a hitter. He was like, I think first base, outfield. But there is a two-way player coming out of UConn. I think that was it. I don't remember who drafted him.
Did you say a two-way or two-sport?
Two-way. He throws 99. He comes from UConn. I can't remember his name, but he throws like 99, and then he also led the Big East in home runs, or Big East, or whoever UConn is. Is UConn in the Big East? I don't know.
Yeah. Or ACC. I can't remember which one they're in.
They're not an ACC, no. But all right, Corey Seager here. Let's see what he can do here.
Seager's off to a good. Jesus.
He's hitting some rockets out of the gate.
He's got home field advantage here. But you know what? This is starting to come down to whoever you have behind the L screen. 100%. Like, if you don't have a guy that's going to throw you every single pitch in the strike zone, you can lose this.
Yeah.
That really compact, quick from point A to a lot of damn power on it.
Yeah,
Right?
I love his swing.
Unbelievable.
Always have.
Look at just even like look how fast his hands are.
It's so weird how tight he starts too. He's
I
so
know.
like tense.
It's give himself much ability to, but it's like he doesn't need it. His hands are crazy.
Just that fast. Yeah.
PN Brian.
Yeah, he's impressive.
Yeah, ESPN, Brian. But yeah. And he's finally starting to hit in Texas a little bit. Like it took him a while. It took him a while to wake up.
Matter
but
of
he's
time.
finally-
He's too good of a player. Like that was a matter of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Acuna and Alonso are after this round. That'll be a fun one.
Right.
But yeah, I agree. Seager's way too good a hitter to start off like he did. You knew he had to come around eventually. But I love his swing. It's compact. It's powerful. He doesn't get fooled. He's got quick hands.
Right. So your boy Ty France finally got an All-Star bid.
As
Last guy
he deserves.
I don't think Seager's going to have enough juice. Pitching's a little bit all over the
Yeah, I
place
don't
on
think
him right now.
so.
Yeah, pitch was away. Another pitch
He doesn't
away.
necessarily have that. They're like everything it's got to be.
Yeah, it's not even going to be close, unfortunately. Another pitch up and away.
You're gonna earn that extra minute. I would than we think. Now, imagine if this wasn't timed, sitting back and admiring all these balls
I know.
on a swivel for the next one,
I
and the next
agree.
one. Like just feels rushed.
Yeah, it does. It's all about the you're watching the clock now.
I'll tell you, I'd be kind you only get 30 seconds.
Yeah, you get the full minute.
He's got a chance. A minor. He's got to hit 12. It's going to be more on the pitcher.
Yeah, the pitching there, the pitching was streaky there for him. There's a stretch where he's getting a bunch of pitches outside.
Mm-hmm. Well, J-Rod's pitcher was awesome. J-Rod every time.
Just pumping them.
Yeah, my internet is not liking what's going on right now. Man.
Seager's got a lot of work here. He's got a minute.
So do they get the timeout at the 1 minute mark? That's what it is. So you actually get 2 timeouts?
Yeah, they get the break after the round before the 1 minute starts. Yeah.
Gotcha. 12 in a minute, dude. This would be ridiculous.
Like right there, another pitch like away on the edge of the plate.
Yeah.
Well, Seager put on a very good show, but he's not going to make it.
No.
Foot cutters. Like, dude.
I know. High.
Kyle Seager ended up retiring, right?
He did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's funny. So the story was he called his dad. He's going to do the Derby. Asked his dad if he could pitch. He said, "I don't know. I'll call you back." He ran up the street, threw some BP, called him back, said, "I can do it."
Oh, really?
Yeah, because dad used to throw BP to them all the time.
That's funny. 24 still isn't bad. I mean, that's a pretty good show, but
he'll win some other 24 would win some other matchups in this, I bet.
Damn good.
How much does Pujols over under Pujols at 18.5?
I'm taking the over. Wow.
Over.
You take the over.
It's going to show out in the first round. He made dud in the second.
Man, I would love to watch Pujols just go off, but
that'd be so awesome.
That would be incredible. I mean, the place would go absolutely nuts too. But yeah,
On over under 18. I feel like you have to take the over, but I really want to take the under.
Yeah, 18. Yeah.
What would you set it at, Harrison? If you could set it, where would you set it?
I think 20 is his number. I think he's somewhere right around 20.
See, I look at Seager's round right there. Seager just Seager just hit 24.
20.
Really? I wouldn't set it that high because Seager just put on a pretty good show. He had 24.
Yeah,
I think you know what I mean. I think 18.5.
My thing with Seager could have. I really think Seager hitting Julio if he got much as route. Like still ended up with 24.
Agreed.
He's going to get himself someone behind the L screen that for years and years.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot, but
yeah. So is it? It's Alonso and Acuna now.
Yeah. Acuna Alonso is going to be fun. I'll take if we're going 20 on Albert Pujols, I'll take the under. I think he's in the teens.
Yeah.
Acuna is going to be fun to watch. Here we go.
He didn't really have a good one that.
Yeah, Brian, only Seager Rodriguez so far. It's the only one that's gone so far.
Acuna's last home run derby, he didn't do that well in, did he? Because
He lost to Pete in the second round.
Yeah.
He lost 20-19 to Pete in the second round.
2019.
Okay. Well.
He's off to a terrible start. I'm not sure what his swing looks horrendous right now.
What is he doing?
He's getting the ball. He's very jumpy.
Yeah, he's lunging. He just knows it.
Yeah. This is a horrendous start.
He might want to use the time.
Well, I don't get he's got this flailing finish going. Like his swing looks like trash. Looks like he's in the backyard playing wiffle ball.
He's always had that. That's a good one.
Yeah, wild finish.
Better swing.
Yeah,
but he's
it's like
always in control. He looks more. I think he's gonna have a better second half of this. But yeah, I'm with.
But you can't just have a good second half without when you're facing Pete. Like
no,
it's.
I'm just saying. I think he's gonna have a.
Yeah. It's a much needed timeout there. That was.
Yeah, but Brian, I agree. I think Acuna looks rough, but Perez is not pitching him well. He's down and away, up, down. He's all over the place.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing Alonso has going for him is Dave Joust is like a professional BP pitcher, like professional.
Right. Elite professional.
Right, elite.
Who's he?
Alonso?
He throws for Pete. That's what I was asking you guys.
Yeah, Alonso always has.
He's speaking like Chinese on this podcast.
Well, it's like you're like cutting in and out. We can't understand you sometimes.
I'm just like speaking Chinese tonight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just say tonight, but.
Easy.
Who is Alonso's BP pitcher? You just said his name. What is his name?
Dave Joust, Jauss. Dave Joust was a coach of the Red Sox for a long time too.
Gotcha. Yeah, dude, he is just hitting liners through the shortstop hole right now.
To give an idea of how important Dave Joust is to Pete Alonso asked him in spring training if he would, because he's not with the Mets anymore. Dave Joust is with the Indians now. He literally asked him in spring training if he would come pitch.
I thought he was.
Washington. You're right. That's right. Not the Indians, the Nationals. Literally asked him in spring training if he'd pitched for him if he went into the Derby again.
Yeah, look at that pitch chart, dude. That ain't gonna win you a home run derby.
No, it's bad. It's so bad.
That pitch location's not gonna win it.
No. I mean, Acuna looks rough out there, and his swing looks really sloppy, but the pitching is not helping.
But I mean, Acuna can hit pitches that a lot of hitters can't because he is in a game wild and he's strong and he just swings from his touch hole every time. I mean, seriously, but. I don't know. He's not gonna advance. There's
no, I liked Acuna in this too, but that was disappointing.
Ended up with 18, which is where you said Acuna looked terrible and only had 8. Pujols' number. Pujols is gonna blow that out of the water.
I'm not feeling as good about that anymore. That's for sure.
Brian, we haven't ragged on first half predictions yet. That's probably going to be next Monday when we go over all that
I
stuff.
don't want to. I had the Angels making the playoffs and Joe Madden as manager of the year, so I'm loving it.
we're not going to ruin the home run derby by just blowing up our predictions tonight. So
no, we're going to just enjoy the derby and
I had
get it.
A couple of good ones. So I had kind of on there, although I think Judge is going to win. I had Rodon as NL Cy Young. I think he's
Yeah.
in the National League in strikeouts.
Yeah, he's been good.
I had Julio Rodriguez for Rookie of the Year. That was solid.
Yeah,
pick.
I had Torque, who just got sent down to Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one
Yeah,
was.
I had Rushman and O'Neill Cruz. So O'Neill Cruz spent most of April and May in the minors.
Rushman has probably, I mean, since other than
He's been
Rodriguez, obviously, has been the biggest reason why the Orioles are where they are right now.
Oh, huge.
He gets added to the squad, and the Orioles are a completely different team. Like, it's already
And
a leader in that clubhouse.
And he got off to kind of a slow start, but he really turned it on.
Yeah.
Acuna struggling. This another pitch like at his knees. I mean, it's
Engaged.
Yeah, 19.
Like, he just doesn't seem to
Wow.
give it.
No, he doesn't. His swing, he looked like trash from the start. He didn't look good. Didn't do well.
Jet lag. Yikes. Alonso can have this beat in the first minute if he wants to.
Now, how does it work? If he has a beat in the first round, does he just stop?
He can just stop. Yeah.
Okay. Because, I mean, if he doesn't smoke Acuna here, I'd be shocked.
Hey, he doesn't deserve the three-peat if he loses this.
Although
one.
the last time Acuna faced off against him, he also hit 19, so who knows? Acuna put up 19, Pete
hit 20.
Pete hit 20. We'll see what happens.
Well, he only had to hit 20 because he stopped.
So that's right, because there's time remaining.
Right, because
that's right. I thought he ran out of time, but no, there's time remaining.
Yeah. Well, Acuna is back on a plane to Atlanta. He'll back out of the All-Star game after that performance.
Well, he just didn't look right. Like it.
Nah. But again, when you don't know where the pitch location's coming in, like,
yeah,
that's pretty tough too. You need somebody that's going to put it in the pocket every single time.
Yep, and that definitely was not happening. And you could tell by the last minute or so, Acuna was just frustrated.
Yeah.
Get it, but
2021 Home
PT.
Run Derby, first round 35, round 2 16, and round 3 23.
Yep.
Jeez. Claim 50. Yep. It's insane.
Yeah, if I'm Alonso, I'm just gonna go off so I can be done in a couple minutes.
75 plus homers in 3 rounds, dude. And a couple of those probably with time remaining, so he didn't even have to finish off the full 3 or 4 minutes. That bat he has. All these bats look like they're metal with all the
They
paint
look
jobs
weird, like
on
all
them.
the custom
They're so
designs.
cool. Yeah. Do you see his Bleacher Report released his batting gloves and his cleats were designed by somebody.
Oh, really?
They were pretty
really?
cool. Yeah. I don't know if
That
it was
was
designed by like a
bomb.
kid or
A bomb. I hope you didn't. If
After
you're in
that
the
was a
parking
camera,
lot,
too.
go check your car. 480.
Holy
480.
Jesus.
480.
oh my
He's
god.
in a groove. He's in a groove now. Dave Joust has found it, and he's in a groove.
Dude, look where these pitches are. Letter high at like 50 miles an hour. That's like perfect.
479.
Forget it. Whew. Oh god, dude. He is locked in. Dude, that almost knocked over that foul pole.
Chula Vista. is
Oh
not
my
safe
goodness.
from Pizza.
That's gonna hit the State Farm sign. Get out.
Jesus.
Jesus. Oh,
Dude,
mama.
How high are these things going?
Some of them not high at all. Some of them are going a million miles. Wow. Oh, how'd he miss that one? That was piped.
Do you think somebody?
454.
Do you think somebody gets one out of the
All
stadium?
your time.
I mean, I could see somebody
Out of the
going out
stadium
over it, but
Is it's like 560
Wow.
feet.
just wait till they bring the really juice balls out in the later round. Somebody will go
Yeah,
yard.
right.
Acuna's sitting there on his cell phone. He's not even watching.
No.
He's
All
he's
right.
scrolling. He's scrolling Facebook looking for somebody to meet up with tonight.
That was a good time.
He's on Tinder swiping left and right for the evening.
Yeah, left.
That guy doesn't care.
for sure.
Oh God.
Man, yeah, you guys are a good 30 seconds ahead of me.
Oh,
Hey,
really?
his timeout's about over. He's about to step back in.
Yeah, so you're 20 seconds ahead.
Time's up. He's back in.
Yeah, so 15 really.
He's currently only on pace for 19.
Well, let's see.
According to that little meter in the top right corner, he's on pace.
A minute already locked up too. So
He's
got
got
two-
plenty of time left.
Yeah, he's got
He's
2
got-
minutes and 20 seconds.
He's got
left,
220 left to hit 10 home runs. I mean, that one's gone. Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
boy.
mean, the importance
He may not need
to
that.
practice pitch.
He shouldn't need that bonus time. He's getting on top of pitches right now. He's getting a little frustrated.
Jeez, hey, come on.
Yeah, he is in a bit of a slump. Oh, 28 seconds left of 13. Oh, another one he got on top of. That's gone. Holy cow.
I mean, he does have the minute. He knows it's in his back pocket. So, like,
That thing hit the back wall.
touched.
All right, so that's all right. He's got 17.
He's got a minute to hit 3. A minute to
Yeah.
hit 3.
That should be easy, but this round's a lot closer than I thought it would be.
Especially if
Yeah,
like,
I thought.
especially, I'm shocked.
Yeah, I thought this would be over long before the bonus round. Long before it.
You're right. He went on that slump. And everything. He was hitting them all hard, but
Yeah.
he was getting them.
Yeah, there's one of them. He like patted himself chest. He looked at Dave Joust and patted himself on the chest, like that's on me, because he got on. He hit some missiles, but he's getting on top of them.
That'd be such a cool view to be. Just watch all these balls just get absolutely warm.
That'd be so awesome. Well, I'm watching some of these people in the stands. These things are rockets. They're just like standing right up and catching them.
Yeah.
Fans are not afraid.
Yeah. Good start.
Oof. Going opposite field. Is that going to make it? Oh my goodness. He just went oppo.
Looks like he just.
He won it.
Yeah.
30 seconds left. Boom. 21.
Yeah, you just for good measure. That
Yeah,
last one
just
was
getting the bonus one in.
hammered.
That was crushed. That was
Hammered.
absolutely destroyed. I think that he had that one a few ago that like bounced off the back wall.
Edwin Diaz, this kid is a big. Holy moly! Looks like an offensive line.
Boy, oh boy. I mean, so you look at it. If Acuna had hit 2 or 3 more and hadn't gone in such a dry spell, he could have beaten Pete.
Yeah, seriously.
That was way closer than I thought it would be.
Man.
All right, so we got Rodriguez over Seager. Now we got Alonso over Acuna. So second round, you got Alonso Rodriguez. That'll be a good one.
Yeah, if Rodriguez comes out like he did last time, man.
Oh, he'll give Pete a run for his money. I agree, Brian. I'm not sure what that hit, but it came back. I'm not sure if it hit the State Farm, if it hit one of the columns, but it hit something and came back. That thing was crushed.
I wish I could hit a baseball half that distance right now.
I wish I could. I mean, there's days I wish I could hit a golf ball that far.
Right. It's nuts.
These guys are
But-
unreal.
He can't
Sure,
have a
only
round like that.
Couldn't find something. Buster only couldn't find something to home run derby.
These guys are so bad. The commentators and these guys are so bad.
He looks like a Idaho is like a program. I mean, that's like all he could afford. For dude, you're Buster only. Like you couldn't fix you.
I don't know, man. It's so bad. All right, so now we're on to Schwarber and Pujols. Soto Ramirez is going to be fun.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Schwarber Pujols next.
Good. I got one more. I'm done from work here. I'm my boss. So it's 3 of us in the other for COVID yesterday. So your
Nice.
boys holding down the entire HR week.
So let me get this right. So Sean is the entire HR department right now. So for people that are watching, if you can believe that Sean works in HR, just drop a comment in the chat.
Talking about it. It's perfect. Like, listen, I am the middle of the road. I keep my letter of the law. That's all you got to do.
I love it. I saw you in anything but HR. In anything but HR.
Man,
I love it.
pays the bill.
I love it.
Right.
Well, the problem is you're not a super corporate tight guy. Like those are your HR people usually. They're like, super rigid, like
Yeah, but
inflexible people.
It's also not a downtown city firm.
True.
I mean, it's yeah. So it's like, not to say it's not like those aren't the kinds of people you so it's a little bit more colorful in that sense.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I like.
So who do we got in this matchup? Schwarber, Pujols. I mean, it's probably Schwarbs, right?
I feel like Schwarbs has to win it, but Pujols might surprise you.
Schwarber, just because I think Schwarber, my dark horse, if you will. I know, but I don't think he's getting enough credit for this turn. But I wouldn't mind seeing Pujols win instead of Pujols goes
for
out
sure.
and knock.
I'd love to see Pujols win the whole damn thing as a send-off, but
Right.
I think if Schwarber's the kind of guy, like we've seen with anything, he gets on a streak. If that swing is locked in tonight and he gets on a streak, he'll put up 30 something like Rodriguez did. He could also go out there and put up 10. You
Right.
just never know. I would love to see Pujols win just for the sentimental sake of it, but I get it.
I mean, yeah. To if Pujols wins the whole thing, I'd be so happy.
That'd be sick.
No.
That would be sick.
Yeah, but 5 home runs isn't going to win the Derby, unfortunately.
No, it will not.
But
Easy.
it will be interesting to see how his stamina is since he's so old. He's what, 42?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said I expect him to pour all out. That's why, my over-under for him for the first 20 and a half. But, Brown,
Yeah.
I don't care who he faces in this. I think he's going to pour it all out in the first 3.
Yeah, I mean, Albert may need a sleepy time tea and a blanket after the first round, but he. I mean, the funny thing is, Albert is 42. Nobody actually knows how old Albert really is. He could be 48 for all we know.
Right. He's like, what is he? Miguel Tejada, age 34, when he was actually like 45 or something like that, right? You remember when that all came out? Sean is an HR. God. I'm also looking to
Thank you. Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you, Brian.
Love it.
I think he want. Do you have Jose Ramirez on your fantasy team, Sean?
I do.
That's what he wants to
Yeah,
trade.
Brian's looking for a little trade for
Yeah.
backing you up. I like it. A little quid
All right,
pro
I'll
quo
take-
here.
Take a look at who Brian got on his team.
I'll tell you what, Aaron Judge for Jose Ramirez sounds like a great deal.
I'll take that. I would consider that.
Straight up. Straight up.
Consider that.
Well, if I'm Sean, I'd take it straight up.
Idiot. Be an idiot.
No,
No,
I'm just
no,
saying.
no, no.
Like, I was just
Yes,
like
okay.
weighing it out. Like
Right. Okay.
your hits versus
All right.
your strikeouts versus your total bases, and like I don't know. Like I'd have to look at it more because
We got Jose Ramirez hitting right now. It's not Schwarber and Pujols. It's Ramirez and
Well,
Soto.
they're
it's
gonna
Ramirez,
save goals for the last round.
No.
I don't know about Ramirez in a home run derby. He doesn't have that kind of swing, but he just hits a lot of line drives, and some of them accidentally go out.
You know what he needs? He needs like 2-0 and need to be down by a run. Then he'll hit a home.
Right, exactly. I look at Ramirez as one of those guys who is a line drive hitter that accidentally elevates one and hits it out every so often. He's not a big time, like he's not a drop and drive guy. He's got a nice line drive swing.
Should get out. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's gone. "75 RBIs. Remember the year that Juan Gonzalez had like 102 RBIs at the break?
That was ridiculous.
And he hit like the last
97.
3 came on like a home run to dead center in like the 7th inning of the last game. It was wild. Nope, timeout. He's talking to the pitcher too. Wants him down a little bit, it sounds like. Soto's a big dude.
I think the trouble guys like Jose that run into doesn't matter where up, whether it's down, inside, outside. I swing that he just looked at the picture. He's like, "Oh, bring it down a little bit," but it doesn't matter because it's a line drive hit. Like that's what makes
Right.
them all of a sudden going to turn into a lift guy.
No.
Like it's just a thing to compete here.
Yeah, he's a line drive hitter. He's usually you'd want the ball up to try to elevate it. He's asking for it down, which makes no sense. Oh, that's a good one. That was crushed.
That's
All right, to answer Randy's question about Soto declining the contract, he's absolute. I would decline that contract. Looking at it, do you want to spend the next 15 years in Washington? No, he's 23 years old. The market's going to only go up. Like, why strap yourself into an Evan Longoria deal in Washington? Mind you, there's nobody around him. Like, you're going to have a big market team, which the rumors are the Padres and the Cardinals have already thrown out over a $500 million deal towards him. That's the MLB leak so far.
But it's going to be like he doesn't have clause in his contract, right? Like he goes where can he veto trades? Do you guys know?
No,
I
there's
don't know.
Yeah, he currently has no protection to a trade. In any deal they offered him, I'm assuming there's a no trade clause.
So the reason why I'm saying that is if you're going to have 3 seasons of before he hits the market as a free agent.
Yeah.
The trade value is going to be an absolute king's ransom. Able to retool their entire phone. Because think about on 3 postseasons, 3 play is going to be worth higher value on it. Fill your lineup for 3 more postseasons.
Right.
Well, I mean, I look at like if I'm Juan Soto, like $450 million is an insane amount of money. But why would you at 23 years old lock yourself anywhere for 15 years? Because really, at $30 million a season, that sounds great. But in 5 years, you're going to have guys that are far less players than you making $30 million a season. So the market goes from 30, then it's 35, then it's 40, then it's 45.
Right.
You're locked in at
Right.
30 million the whole time. If I'm Juan Soto, I'm signing a 5-year deal. And then I'll sign another 5-year deal. And then I'll sign another 5-year deal. But I wouldn't want all 15 because now that 15 years at 450 might actually be worth 15 at 600 if he goes and breaks it into smaller contracts and gets market.
Yeah.
No, it's not you. I'm crazy issue. It's a bit. Although humble.
Yeah. Lots of lag. I got thunderstorms that keeps knocking me off the internet, dude. Like it's just a mess tonight. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatever. Yeah, but like Sean just said, Randy, like if he gets traded, it's gonna be you got to trade the farm because what did you say? 3 years left on his contract, on his rookie deal, right?
Think about it this way: the one team that's going to trade for one. Look at that as saying, yes, I'm going to be best prospects. Likely one of the players that are on my roster now. Willing to do that because I have Juan Soto playoff 3 years until he reaches the. I'm that team that gives up that much, extend him. So you think I have 3 years of Juan Soto, in that 3 years, I have that deal done.
Yeah.
Like that's the way I would not trading. I like option is there for a 5-year deal, but 5-year deal. Like, if he gets to the market, get to those 12-year, 13, 14, because in order to give him a 5-year deal, you got a year. In order to make the money, he's not going to sign it. He's not going to do it for anything.
Right.
He's
13, 14-year deals.
I mean, offering him $30 million a season sounds pretty good, but I mean, that's what Corey Seager got. Like, Soto's a superior player to Seager.
If Juan Soto's going to sign a 5 years, $55 million a year.
Oh yeah, no. If he's signing the 5-year deal, it's going to be 5 years, 180, 200. It's going to be a big contract.
Yes, you put him on the Braves. They win 3 World Series, but the Braves will never, ever trade him in the division.
No,
ever. Not happening.
No.
The Nationals.
That would be like the Yankees just handing over the Red Sox Aaron Judge. Yeah, not happening.
Right.
Like, it's no.
You're likely somewhat. Wouldn't be if I have to make a serious run in the division. I know it's in the division. Surprise at all if they make a serious.
Well, I mean, if
Washington,
anybody's...
and if you're Washington division, and I get you would have to play him 8. But I mean, if you're going to, you can look and say, hey, I'm giving my division. I'm also gutting my division rival for years of their best prospects.
True.
I'm making him start from scratch. That might be worth the trade-off, 100%. But depending on who those players, that might be worth it. I can't believe.
Yeah.
mean, there's probably only about 3 or 4 organizations in all of baseball that can actually pay this guy what he's going to want. I mean, love the
Right.
you know, I'd love to see him on the Braves, but there's no way in hell they're ever going to pay him that kind of money. So, literally, you're talking about an LA, you're talking about the Dodgers, the Mets, the Yankees, the Red Sox, and the Red Sox won't lay out that kind of
Red
cash
Sox-
anymore. They could do it, but they won't.
And it's the cash for the Red Sox. Don't give up what it would take to the in the first place.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I think I could see a scenario in which the Red Sox, but he'll never make it here with the trade.
No, I agree. Yeah, the Red Sox are never going to give up what's needed. And then as much as they could afford to give him 35 or 40 million bucks a season, like they could have done with Mookie, they won't. They're going to bank on the prospects to come up. So, I mean, you're talking probably, Dodgers, Yankees, Mets. I mean, maybe if Aaron Judge leaves, the Yankees go hard after this guy, because imagine him with a short porch. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine him at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Randy's
my
right.
God,
If,
it's sickening.
Red Sox make a Soto move, yeah, you're not keeping Devers or Xander. You're probably not keeping either of them anyways, but
You're right. You're not going to keep them, and you're not going to sign Soto. So I don't know what we're talking about here. Like,
right, you may not keep either of them anyways, but
right
to be seen.
Like, I don't know, man. It wouldn't surprise me if he ends up in San Diego would be ridiculous. They have the pieces. They have major league talent ready that could go in a deal. They have prospects that could go in a deal. San Diego, to me, is there, and the Cardinals have some major league ready talent that could go along with some minor leaguers. So, I mean, I could see San Diego or St. Louis, honestly, but yeah, I don't know.
But can San Diego, with the payroll they're already at, you got Tatis, who's gonna, suck up a big chunk of that payroll. You got Machado, you've got all those pitchers.
Dude,
can you really make room for a guy like that?
Send Tatis back to the Nationals.
Totally could.
No, I would.
I
I
mean,
would. If Juan could get rid of Tatis.
yeah, absolutely. That's what
I
I'm
would have-
saying. Like,
I'm not a huge Tatis guy. I like him, but I would totally give him up for Soto for sure.
if he's going to be listen, I love Fernando Tatis Jr. When he is healthy, he is disgusting. But if this is going to be true to the character he is going forward, this injury could have been prevented and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I want him. And,
Turn is a
Yeah, I mean,
23-year-old fucking rights. Let me do it. Like I'll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Brian's right. I mean, Soto's hitting home runs to all parts of the field right now because the pitching is a little erratic, kind of all over the place on him. But he's hitting
He
bombs.
has such a go.
See ya.
Like it is such a sweet baby.
Dude, how long is that bat he's using? It looks like it's about 37 inches.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
huge. That bat is massive.
Did he already use his bonus time or no?
No, he's done. He just hit his 18th. It's over.
Oh.
He doesn't
Oh,
even
right.
need the bonus time.
He doesn't even need the bonus time.
My goodness. I don't think he hit any cheap ones. The shortest home runs he hit were to friggin' left field.
Yeah, because he had to.
Yeah, but in a second and a half.
Yeah, I think
I-
unfortunately,
I-
Brian, I think he would have pulled more pitches
the
if he
whole
could
way.
have.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like watching Judge in Miami, right? Like,
Yeah.
he had a couple of bad pitches, like in the left-hander batter's box, and he one hands them out to right
It's
field. You're
freak.
like, dude, what? Crazy. But I mean,
It's
some of these
tanks.
balls are just crushed. Yeah.
So Soto over Ramirez, no shock there, right?
No. This one's going to be fun
Ramirez-
to watch just because, but
I'm surprised. I'll be honest with you. I'm surprised his number was up there at 17.
Yeah.
You thought he'd do better? Or you thought he'd do worse?
Considering how he started. I mean, it took the first home run.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised.
Fair. I love vintage Pujols in the home run derby. Was so much fun.
Right. This is his 5th one.
Yeah. 5. Yeah, 5 for number 5.
Crazy. And he's at what for career homer? 686, right? Something like that.
Yeah, he just hit one the other day, right?
So
Yeah, I think
one
so.
there.
686 homers, man. Crazy.
680, 685.
685, my bad.
The whole rest of the field's got 867 career home runs total.
No way. Is that
They just
really
showed that
true?
stat. Yeah.
That is
The whole rest of the field's only got like
amazing,
170
dude.
more home runs than he's hitting his career.
Oh my god, that's great.
I'm curious what he's got.
Yeah, this will be an interesting round, I think, here.
They say he still puts on a hell of a batting practice show.
Is this Pool's brother, dad, cousin?
No idea.
I
Or
don't
just
know. He's just a fan.
they're not even gonna start the clock on him. That's cool. Yep. Oh, there it goes. I was like, come on, Albie. No.
Oh, that was a bomb.
Yeah, the first one there.
Yeah,
That thing was lifted.
Got liftoff on that last one. Whew.
Yeah, you got to get him on the inner half of the plate here. Just live there. How many does he need realistically to move on here?
To beat
Dude, why are you
Schwarber?
taking pitchers off? Yeah, to beat Short. Does he
He's
needs
calling
north
the
of 20.
timeout.
He's taking the time.
Less than a minute in, he's gassed. I'm liking my under.
Yeah.
I'm shocked
Uh,
for everybody. It all like some of these guys are just getting balls. It's like you can't hit
well,
realistically.
and what's sad is he's hit a few of these balls really hard. They've just been like warning track.
Yeah.
But dude, like I'm 38 years old and I don't know if I could get it past the dirt of the whole
yeah.
plate circle. I'm not.
I'm
even
gonna need a
infield
wind
there.
going out.
Yeah, like dude, I can't even get out of bed in the morning, dude. I'm 38. It's like just like brutal, right?
Jesus.
Like I can't, man. I'm just like this guy's still playing at the highest level, dude, and has done it for 22 years. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty
Yeah.
impressive.
I agree, Randy.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm with
Schwarber's the kind of guy that if
Randy.
he gets in a groove, he'll go crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. But
Pujols just went oppo.
love it. It's great.
There we go, 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Now he's back.
Yeah, you're 52, Randy. I get it, but like this guy's playing at the highest level. Like you know, there's not many Tom Brady's out there that are still playing at this. You know, like, but
Yeah, unfortunately, I think the problem here, Randy, is that you might be 52, but Nick's about 65 in like real years.
You ain't kidding. Like, dude, I've died 3 times already. Like, it's like seriously, I'm on my 4th life. Like, no joke. Like, like Harrison, you ain't kidding. But yeah.
Nick's actually
Alright.
older than you when you factor in the
I
the
mean,
beating
these
he's
are all,
taken.
yeah. Brian makes some, the 36, dude.
That's
Was
insane.
it Paul Melrose was up around like 38, 36 or something like that, right? It was
That's
a
like swinging
tree
a
trunk.
that's like swinging a friggin' telephone pole.
Yeah. Like, I mean, some of these guys that were using the one, and how about like the thick handles? You ever see the thick handle?
Oh yeah!
bats,
Oh my
dude?
God!
You could like,
like
you
this-
couldn't even get your hand all the way around them.
It was like holding a pole and spring bottle.
It just looked like Pujols was ready to bunt,
That would be. He's gonna trick us all.
right?
Oh, he's getting warm.
There you go. Come on,
Well, I
get
thought he'd
double
be more
digits
like
here.
16, 17. I did not think he'd be struggling for double digits.
When's the last time you saw somebody take a pitch in
The
this
bonus.
There we go. Yeah, he hasn't qualified for the bonus.
One more. All right, sure.
There you go. He's got double dig.
It was great to see Albert hit, but he didn't have. This doesn't have the juice. I thought he'd be like
Yeah.
15, 16. I did
Boy,
not
was
think he'd
I-
be at 10.
I thought more.
Oh wow, way to slap that oppo.
Yeah, well, the buzzer already went.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't care, man. Like he gets the ovation, dude. Like, of course. Like baseball royalty right now. Yeah,
He is.
absolutely.
Everybody's over there right now, like talking to him, wiping sweat off his forehead, like holding court.
I mean, if anybody should be unanimous Hall of Fame going in right now, it's this guy, right? I mean, he's
Oh
got to
my
be
God.
the next unanimous Hall of Famer.
If anybody doesn't vote for him, they should get their credential revoked. Period.
100%. Like even more so than Mariano Rivera, I think. Honestly, like,
Look at this. They're all piling around him.
yeah,
As they should.
of course.
It's
Yeah,
like a Ted Williams moment, but it's
Yeah.
same level of respect for Albert.
for sure. And I think this means more too, just because of like where he comes from too. You know,
Yep.
like coming from a different country, like all these like he has been all of these players' idol. You know, like
Oh my God.
it's amazing,
How many players in the field right now grew up watching him, wanting to be him, and now they're standing on the field with him?
right? That was a really cool moment, and they're all
Yeah.
look all those guys. Yeah, like that's a
Yep.
really really cool moment.
Yeah, I agree, Randy. He and Cabrera, both of those guys should be first ballot unanimous Hall of Famers. There's no reason not to vote for them.
Yeah. And Cabrera's going to get one of those moments tomorrow night for sure.
Oh,
You know what I
Pujols
mean?
can get
Like-
30 seconds for the bonus.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
But
I think they're giving it to him.
But still, that was
Here.
still a really cool
That one.
moment, though. That
that was
was
awesome.
yeah, that was
Awesome
really cool.
moment. It's those
Yeah.
moments that make this worth watching sometimes.
Well, and we forget, right? I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, as much as we sit here and complain about these millionaires week after week, like these are all kids, right? I mean, you're a grown up playing a kid's game. Like, you have idolized this guy growing up, like we just said, and then like you get a moment to share with him like that. Like,
Yep.
it's pretty
Mhm.
amazing. Yeah.
Oh,
The
that
Cal
was launched.
Ripken lap. The Cal Ripken lap around the field. That was a
Yep.
memorable moment.
Yeah, Alex Rodriguez pushed him over to shortstop to start the game. That was a good one.
And then he homers in that last All-Star
right.
game. I mean, granted, he went up there and the catcher was like fastball down the middle, but he still had to hit it out. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's what Cabrera and Pujols will see tomorrow. If they get in at bat tomorrow, it'll be a fastball about pecker high.
Yeah.
But-
Tee it up, basically teed up for him.
Exactly. So, but yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool
That
moment
was-
altogether.
12 home runs, not his best
Yeah.
round, but still very entertaining. Great to
But
see
like
him.
he took this knowing he wasn't realistically going to have a shot, right? I mean, like,
Oh, yeah.
and I think the league was kind of like, hey, like this would be a pretty cool opportunity for you to do this, and
Yeah.
But
That was so cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. One of the handful of best hitters of our generation, at least.
well, easily. I mean, if you could rank top 5 hitters of our generation, who are they?
Boy, are we talking pure hitters or clutch hitters? Because just pure hitters.
Sure.
Boy, take top 5.
What was the question? Sorry.
I mean, welcome to the podcast. We have no. I'm just,
Buddy, I was listening to
listening to the speech. I got you. I have the sound
Oh,
off.
I-
I wish I didn't, but I'll go back and watch it tomorrow.
you know.
No, I said top. It's all good, dude. It's all in good fun. Top 5 pure hitters of our generation. So someone that you've seen play that's a pure hitter.
Boy, to narrow that down to 5.
I mean, Tony Gwynn's number 1. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, for pure
Yeah.
hitter. Boggs is a great one.
Boggs
For me,
is a good one.
I mean, Albert Pujols is in there. Miguel Cabrera's got to be in there. Manny Ramirez,
Mm.
Ken
Brian
Griffey Jr.
Brian throws a great one. George Brett.
Yeah,
George Brett was.
yeah. I mean, I think he's probably like top 10 or 15, probably not top 5. But George Brett was great.
But yeah,
Um,
but I mean, he was that
I
Tony
actually-
Gwynn type hitter.
Yeah, I wouldn't put Bonds in there. Honestly, that's just my opinion.
Yeah. Man, I'd have to think on that one. I think a lot, but
Yeah.
I mean, that is a tough question to just pull out. But
It is.
I'd
Or-
probably have to
Where's
go.
Going for his first pitch.
Yeah, Schwarber hit an absolute bomb. For very first pitch, it's like halfway up the bleachers.
Pure hitters, huh?
Schroed.
Hmm.
He's like, hey, I love Albert's round.
Yeah, Schwarber's already got 3. Yeah.
These these swings look effortless, and he's
Yeah,
just like
I think we've
Absolutely.
got to define for Randy that our generation might be different than his. I never saw Mike Schmidt play. I'm just saying.
who's Mike Schmidt?
Yeah, who? Dale Murphy?
Pretty decent baseman, right?
Kirby Puckett. Yeah. I mean, Joe Mauer. He was a 300 plus hitter his whole career.
He was.
I mean,
Rafael Palmeiro, but
right.
I mean, you talk about one of the purest left-handed swings you'll see.
Cecil Fielder.
Cecil. Jesus. That guy was all arms, all power.
Dude, those 2 balls he put on top of Tiger Stadium is
Those were awesome.
ridiculous, dude. I
were
miss
awesome.
that stadium, dude. Watching that team at Tiger Stadium with like the way the balconies like overhung, like dude,
Yep.
those were awesome. Miss that place. Man, who else? Pure hitters. Roberto Alomar was always fun to watch.
Yeah, he was.
He hit the ball. Man, I don't know.
Oh, Karsten Sabathia. I forgot about him in the draft. CC
Who?
Sabathia's kid. Karsten
Oh, he's in there
Sabathia,
too?
CC's kid.
Yeah, I was going to bring that earlier before one of the 5 times I got booted. Jackson Holiday, so Matt Holiday's kid, drafted 1-1, first pick overall. The kid looks like he's 11.
I
I
know.
don't know, like, dude, great. We'll see him in Williamsport this summer. Like, what the heck, dude? Like, unreal. And then Drew Jones was picked 2nd by the Diamondbacks. That's
Yep.
Andrew Jones' kid, if you couldn't tell by Drew Jones. But and then Carl Crawford's kid. Did you see the highlight tapes on him?
Oh, he's a freak.
Did you see how fast that kid was?
Well, I
He
wonder
had-
he clearly gets that from his father. My God, the kid can fly.
And he's easily twice as fast as Carl Crawford ever was.
Oh,
They showed the clip of the inside the park home run, and he was around the bases in less than 10 seconds. I
I mean,
swear to God, dude.
made it
was
easy.
insane.
Made it look easy.
It was crazy how fast he was. I forget.
What
his
are
first- Is he throwing this? He's throwing this.
No, he's
He
getting
won't-
crappy pitching.
I don't know, man. But like, I mean,
That's
he's-
crushed.
There we go.
Yeah, he's throwing this. He wants Pujols to win here. How much did he get? 10
Yeah, he's
or
like
12?
12. He got 12.
13.
Schwarber's like,
13.
oh no, sorry, 13. They gave Pujols credit for 13. Randy.
That's awesome. Man.
Okay, now
I-
yeah, Schwarber's now got both 30-second bonuses. So
Okay, yeah. So he'll get it.
Yeah. Ichiro's a pure hitter. I'd say that.
Oh, for sure. How did we miss him?
Best bat control anybody ever see. He may not need it. That looks like 11. Oh no, he's out of time now.
When's he eligible for that Hall of Fame? Next summer?
I think he's next year.
He's got to be coming up, right?
I got one more, but I could be wrong.
Maybe you're right.
But yeah, man. Do you think he beats Pete Rose's record if he's here for his entire career?
Absolutely.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah, because Ichiro didn't technically retire until 2019.
Oh, so he's got 2 more years.
Two more years.
I think it was a couple of years.
Yeah, he's got 2 or 3 more years, right? It's
Hey, we're
after
not
5 years.
Gonna give him any credit for it. I get no credit for being right. I just get shit. It's fine. No
Yeah,
problem.
Thanks for joining the pod, Sean.
Nah, you
No, I didn't. I didn't say anything bad about it. I just thought he retired earlier than 2019. But
Well, like he had like that weird year with the Marlins, and he kind of hung around a little bit.
That's right. So
So you're talking. Yeah, he's probably eligible in 24.
yeah.
Oh boy, Schwarber is cold, ice cold. Oh, is that one going to carry out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness! This is
boy,
gonna come
he's
down
gonna have
to
to make
the
a late
wire.
run here.
dude.
This is gonna be tight.
Dude,
Oh, I think he's tied him.
13.
Swing, Schwarber, swing. Oh, is
we're
that
gonna have
make
a.
it?
Oh, I'm way
Get out.
behind you
Carry.
guys.
Get out.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, they're gonna tie.
Pitch.
No way. Oh, that was such a terrible pitch with time running out.
Did
This
they tie?
pitcher's
He's awful. They're
13.
tied.
This pitcher
The
was
swing off.
terrible.
Pujols got to go back up and swing again.
They got a swing
They're
off.
doing the 1 minute swing off. His pitcher was terrible.
He's still in it. Everyone's mobbing him. That's awesome.
They're all looking at him like, "Oh my god!" He's like, he's shaking his head like, "I can't."
Yeah. Albert's like, "God
100%
damn it, I
Brian.
thought I
100%
was
Brian.
done."
Manny Ramirez.
Yeah. I mean, I think we can split that into 2 or 3 different categories. You know, you got best power hitter, best clutch hitter, best pure hitter. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
there's so many
best
ways
clutch
to
hitter is
do it.
probably David Ortiz, but pure hitter, absolutely not.
Yeah. I mean, Juan Gonzalez back in the day, 108.
One gone
108 RBIs
With that-
before the All-Star break.
and wrapped up over his head.
Yeah, dude, 108 RB or 109, I think actually it was.
Was that what
before
it
the
was?
All-Star break. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 10 something.
Crazy, dude. And then he only ended with like 150, like only 157. But like after you
Right.
put up 109 before the All-Star break, and then you only end with like 159. I think it was something like that. I can't remember what year it was either.
Hang
Yeah,
on.
one of the steroid years, 98,
yeah,
99.
98. He had 157
97.
RBIs.
98.
Yeah.
98, 157.
Look at that. Right on the nose. Did it say what it was before the All-Star break?
No,
No, of course not.
he won the MVP that year.
Well, yeah.
You think?
Yeah, that Texas team was stacked. They had Will Clark, they had
Yeah,
him,
the
they had Pudge.
Guy
they
he
had-
played in 154 games, hit 50 doubles, 45 home runs, 157 RBIs, and hit 318. I mean, my God. Yes, that Texas team was loaded.
Yeah. Who else was
Oh
on
yeah,
that?
Julio Franco
Oh,
was like dropping it back over. Couldn't even
and
see.
he was, I think he was 58 years old on that team. Pretty sure.
Yeah, he was 73 when he retired.
Yeah. But yeah, Josh Hamilton wasn't on that Texas team, but yeah, that's
Albert swinging it. Oh my goodness, 18. Here comes 19.
Let's go.
This
He's
pit-
laughing. He's laughing his ass off right now.
you got 20.
Dude, this is amazing, dude.
He is
Let's
laughing like, oh my God, I
go.
can't go another round.
Dude,
He's like, no.
he's gonna retire after this.
He just hit
Like-
friggin' 7 in a minute.
He's done swinging.
Schwarber's shaking his head in the background, going, "No way."
That's awesome, dude.
Wow. Wow, he was in a groove.
That's so cool.
Oh my God! Talk about a guy who still just absolutely loves baseball.
Right? That was
Schwarber's like, "I'm
awesome.
screwed. I'm gonna lose to the guy who's 1,000 years old."
So he hit what? What is he at? 20?
Yeah,
He's gonna
Schwarber's
get
got to hit 7 to
seven.
tie.
He's not gonna do it, dude. There's
No,
way.
he's done. The pitching's been no good. His swing, he's been late. He's hit so many balls to like left center
Yeah.
that have been piped. My goodness. 100% Randy. Albert is very much just a big kid at heart. Guy just has fun, loves the game. Always was fun to watch because of that. Oh,
Yeah.
Schwarber's hot now. Oh no.
Yes.
He's gonna run out of time.
4. Yeah.
Schwarber's like, "You got to be kidding me." He's gonna beat him 20-19. Wow.
Oh, that's terrible, dude. Wow. That's awesome. I love that.
Good God, I never thought he would take Schwarber out. Schwarber did not look great, but boy,
right.
unreal.
Boys, I gotta go wrap up some.
All right, man. We'll catch you next week.
See you, Sean.
See you, buddy. Man, that was really cool.
That was wild.
That's awesome.
All right, so Rodriguez beat Seager, Alonso beat Acuna, so we got Rodriguez, Alonso next.
And then
And
Soto
then
and
Soto beat
Pujols.
Ramirez, Pujols beat Schwarber. So Soto and Pujols, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cool. This Rodriguez and Alonso one, though, I'm pumped for this one. This one could
It's
be
gonna be so good.
Yeah, this one could be really cool. This is a long layoff for Rodriguez, though.
I know
That's
it's
the
been
only
a
thing.
long time since he hit.
So while we're in between here, Harrison, how about that firing by the Blue Jays? Is Cora next?
Boy, that's. I mean, I actually thought the Blue Jays were going to let him continue and finish the season because that's a big disruption right in the middle of the season. But if that happens, I feel like anything is possible. And I look at the way this Red Sox team is playing, and Cora does not have a great roster, and this team was not expected to be much better than they are right now. So, in his defense, it's not like they're underperforming; they just weren't going to be a good team. We got spoiled last year because they got hot at the right time. That team wasn't that good either, but they got hot at the right time of the year.
Right. They weren't even supposed to make the playoffs last year.
Right. Last year's a bit of a fluke, but so he's trying to live off of that. I mean, I feel like there's got to be some pressure on Cora because it's not this team is definitely not good enough to win it all. But the way they're losing games is so frustrating. It's mental mistakes. It's being out of position. It's, you can deal with the physical errors. That kind of stuff happens. But it's being out of position. It's base running mistakes. It's thrown to the wrong base. Like they do
That's
really
what it is for
stupid
me.
stuff.
It was I think the cap on it was the Yankees game. I can't remember if it was Saturday or Sunday. All three train wrecks kind of go together.
Oh, God.
It was the first inning, and the ball's hit to Rafi, and instead of going to first base to get the sure out, he tries to force the throw to home, and he just airmails it to the backstop. And it's like it's the first inning, bud. Like, why are we trying to hose him out at home here? Like, just get the out at first. Like, zero reason why we're trying to cut him down. Right? Like that one. and it's stuff like that. I didn't miss a single inning of the Red Sox this week. Like I took pride and watched every single game. Then I had a throw up bucket next to me probably 85% of the time. Like it was really tough to watch. It really was.
They just don't play good baseball.
No, and Chris Sale can't catch a freaking break.
No, that guy's cursed.
Dude comes back, has a really good outing against the Rays, like really good, and then starts getting shelled by the Yankees, and then literally gets a comeback or line drive off his pinky, like dislocates it. Had surgery today. I mean, he'll be back. It's a pinky.
Yeah, they're talking. He's probably going to be back like late August.
Right. That's what I was saying. Like what, 4 to 6 weeks probably.
They say a broken finger is typically 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
The hard thing with the pinky is it's the stabilizing finger.
Right.
And it's where it's also the weakest finger. If there's any issues with it at all, like you'll notice it because pitches will actually come out, and for him they'll dive down and away if he can't get control with the pinky. But it's one of those things where, like, so the guy missed the start of the season because he fractured a rib while working out at home, and then he comes back finally, and then during that he had that other mystery injury that delayed him. And then he finally comes back and looks good. He didn't look great against the Yankees. He was throwing batting practice, but then he breaks a finger. I mean, the poor guy's going to miss, probably all but 2 starts, and maybe he'll probably make 6 starts all season. Yeah. And he missed it because of 2 stupid fluky injuries, and you haven't seen him since 2019.
Yeah. I just like, why the hell is Ryan Brazier still on this team? Like I cannot, every time he comes in, there was 1 inning this weekend he got out of it. He got a ground ball up the middle. They turned 2. Then the next inning, he just puts the ball on a tee and gives up freaking 4 runs. And the Yankees blow it open at 13-2. Every time this guy comes on the mound, he's giving up not just 1 run, like he's giving up 3, 4, 5, 6 runs in an outing. And it's like, I just can't watch him come in. And Cora uses him in high leverage situations.
Well, I was just going to say that.
Why are we doing that? Why is he coming in at that? There's zero reason why. Like Schreiber should be in there every single game in a high leverage situation. If you've already used him, I would rather bring in anybody other than Ryan Brazier. I don't get the love affair with him. And it's bad.
But it goes back to you said it. Why does Cora keep bringing him in high leverage situations when the guy doesn't have it? Bring him in when you're down, by a few or up by a few, but don't bring him in a tie game in the 6th inning at Yankee Stadium. Like that's stupid. Why are you putting this guy out here? He clearly can't get outs consistently. His confidence is likely complete and utterly shot. And you just keep running him out there to throw batting practice to these guys in important situations. And, and granted, does he have a lot of good arms? No, Schreiber's been iffy lately. He blew up the other day.
He's come back down to earth a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to mix it up, but you keep going to the same few guys and all these massive, it's like Robles. He kept using Robles in the same situation over and over and over again. Yeah. And it's like, dude, it's not working. Try something different.
Right. Now the Dodgers signed him, and he's going to go out there and be like the reliever of the year.
Well, he'll be a freaking mop-up guy for them and look like a.
Not really. He'll probably start in LA. Let's be honest. He's a reliever. But.
Oh God, yeah. I've never been a huge Cora guy. I love Alex Cora. I think as a manager, I think he's highly overrated. But I feel like some of what's going on, he's got to take the blame for.
I agree. Like, the injuries to like Whitlock and all of that stuff has been, unfortunate and ridiculous. Like Sale and Eovaldi, but you could still use the bullpen better than you have. I mean, if these guys are coming in and laying eggs, like don't keep putting them in the high leverage situations. Like,
I don't feel like this team. Yeah, I don't feel like this team shows up ready to play. They make too many stupid mistakes, and it's a veteran team. It's not like you've got a bunch of rookies running around. Right. This is a veteran team. They don't look like they're ready to play. They don't play with any real excitement or passion. And you've got a bullpen that's not great, but you continue to try the same stuff that doesn't work over and over again. I feel like, if you're Chaim Bloom, you got to be looking at Alex Cora going, dude, you've got to be better because you're not helping our cause here.
No. And I mean, I don't know what the answer. Story's out with that hand contusion too. That doesn't help because we really haven't been hitting the ball other than Rafi Devers, who's been hitting. Nobody.
Yep.
The bottom four are our lineup are terrible. We have 0. Wow.
And yeah, and look at the numbers for Xander and JD. They got great batting averages, but both of them have had like an absolute power outage for the last 6 weeks.
Yeah.
They're not driving the ball. They're hitting a lot of singles. There's no thump in that lineup. There's nobody in that lineup other than Devers that makes you go, oh man, I gotta think about him and prepare for him. It's just Devers. He's the only threat in that lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Xander Bogaerts hitting a single to left doesn't bother you much, but Devers hitting a bomb to center does.
Right. And JD Martinez isn't the same guy as he has been. He got an all-star bid this year, but again, like you said, another high average guy, but his power numbers really haven't been there.
He looks like he's 50 years old out there. His bat speed is down. His exit velocity is down. He's just not hitting the ball that hard. He's hitting a bunch of really pretty singles, some doubles, but next to no home runs. He doesn't have any thump.
Yeah. Dude, this kid is going to be a blast to watch for quite some time.
For a long time.
This kid has got it.
Is Pete meditating?
For sure, dude. Or he's already shitting his pants, one of the two.
No, I don't think Pete gets nervous.
Although
actually against this kid I might after he put up the highest round. And what's funny is Seager lost with 24. He would have won every other matchup, any other bracket.
Mm-hmm. That's why I almost don't like the bracket matchup at the beginning.
Yeah.
You should just give everybody 3 minutes. Your 8 batters, 3 minutes. Your top 4 advance, and then top 2 advance. And then that way, your cumulative home runs always count.
Or even get to even the top 4 advance, and then do a 1-4 versus 2-3 bracket. Go to the bracket then.
You could do that. Mm-hmm.
But in the first round, let the 4 best guys go on.
Right. Yeah.
Because in that case, it'd be a different looking final round.
Right, because you could literally have somebody that lays an egg and then somebody that lays a bigger egg. It's like 3-2, but they move on against somebody that hit 30 in a round. Right.
Yeah, it's like poor Corey Seager hits the second most home runs in the first round and loses.
Yeah.
He would have beaten everybody else.
Rodriguez is starting to lose some steam here, I think.
No, he's picking up right now. Holy cow. 450. Okay. He's at 12 now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forget you're ahead of me.
Yeah, he is rolling. He's hit 6 or 7 in a row.
he's got to get another one over 440 here.
Oh yeah.
To get that extra minute. Unless he's already there. Oh my
goodness, that thing was hammered. Number 16 might hit the scoreboard. 441. He just earned his bonus.
Nice.
Oh, boy, he hits it hard.
You can. I have the sound. I have the sound off. I can hear it through your side. How hard he's hitting it.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy, dude.
He is absolutely punishing some of these baseballs. If I'm Alonso, I am absolutely not meditating. I am nervous. There goes number 19. There goes number 20.
Even the ones that he's hitting on a line are carrying out of there, dude.
Oh my goodness, that one might never land.
Wow. This is impressive.
Oh my goodness, another one. He is absolutely in his zone.
And he's still got another minute?
Yep.
Wow.
Is that going to be 23? He's at 23 before the bonus time.
God dang, dude.
Holy cow. This kid can hit, and his contact is loud.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You barely have the sound up on yours, and I can hear the contact coming through the computer. It's insane.
Yeah, it is so loud.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I got tickets to that game. Mariners, Guardians.
Oh, really?
I'm going to that game, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah. I can't wait. And then Cardinals at Reds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
got to check in on your Reds. See how they're doing.
Got to, man, right? Right behind that
Although-
dugout in both games.
I feel like they've
40
turned it around.
$40. $40,
40
but right
bucks
behind the
the
dugout.
dugout.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
40
crazy.
bucks at Fenway doesn't even get you standing room only anymore.
Doesn't even get you on Yawkey Way. What are you kidding?
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't. It doesn't get you. You can't even park for 40 bucks at Fenway.
No. It's insane.
Boy, if this kid takes Pete Alonso down, could you imagine? Oh,
He gets you a hot dog. A half a hot dog, maybe.
yeah,
Wow.
get you a hot dog.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fenway Franks are good, man, but 40 bucks is a little steep.
Yeah.
I honestly did. I have to be honest. I love this kid, but I did not think a kid his age, this young, first appearance would just show up and hit like this. Like, clearly the
Yeah.
moment is not too big for him.
Right. Honestly, and I think we've been kind of touching base on this the last few weeks, is like these young kids have been in situations like this all growing up. Like all these showcases they go to,
Oh, yeah.
all these USA national teams or Dominican teams, Puerto Rican teams, whatever their national teams. Like these national teams are starting when they're 12, 13,
Oh, yeah,
14 years old. You know, like these kids have seen scouts or seen the big moment.
Yeah, they've been on
Their entire
ESPN
career.
since they were in freaking Little League.
Right. So, I mean, he's got to get on a roll here. Come on.
Oh my goodness, he's 27. Here goes 28. That was a bad pitch. I think almost bounced. He still almost hit it out to right field.
Jeez.
This kid is impressive.
Yeah. I'll
Number
tell you what.
29.
If Seattle can stay together, you know, those deals they made with Winker and Suarez are starting to pay off. Like they're coming around.
Yeah.
You got JP Crawford there. Kyle Lewis. Haven't heard much about him this year, but he's there. He was kind of like their last big prospect that was supposed to be huge, but never really panned out.
Yep.
But I mean, they're going to be good. They get another pitching, free agent in this offseason. They could be pretty good, man. You get 31.
Did they count that last one? I didn't see.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. 30.
No, only 30 in this round. Only 30.
Weeks
Nobody
off.
hit 30 at all in the first round. So wow. Look at the
Kid just
swing.
put on a
His
show.
his body, his lower body is just like so quiet and in sync.
Yeah. Oh, Kyle Lewis hit 5 home runs in last 9 at bats in rehab. He'll be back this week.
Oh, good
so
lord.
I mean, good.
Yeah, that
I mean,
doesn't
just
stink.
nope, just another piece. However, we have seen a team that's been hot and like their star comes back and it throws the whole feng shui off too.
Oh yeah.
You know,
We've
I
seen
mean,
it before.
you could, right? You know, I mean, just look at we've talked about this too, like the Braves losing Acuna last year, and oh yeah, they just win the World Series. Like, I mean, Acuna is by far the best player on your team. Well, I mean, I don't know by far, but you know, they lose him, and then they go on and win a World Series without your stud. I mean, just goes to show, like, you just never know.
It's true, and sometimes it is there is a dynamic, there is a kind of a feeling in the clubhouse that changes when that particular player comes back.
Yeah. Pete Alonso getting in some squats before the Derby.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, why not? What? Don't need those feet, those legs to be that fresh. Let's go get some lifting in.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm not sure Pete's got 30 in him, but
Dude, you see that weight room setup, dude? Like, that's what a pro weight room looks like, dude.
I
That's
know.
insane.
we all wish we could see facilities like these guys see every day.
I'm lucky to get a bench and like the rubber covered 5-pound dumbbells. Like,
Right.
oh,
Well, actually, they gave Rodriguez 31.
did they?
They gave him credit for the last one. Yeah.
Yep, they did. I just saw that. Well, Pete's
Yep.
got his work cut out for him here.
Sure does.
He has never hit 30 in a round, has he? Oh God!
No, he hit
that
35 that
was-
one time. That one round.
Did he?
The
Wow,
first
that one
round
was-
in 2019, he hit like 35.
Oh, that's right. I think so.
Yeah, Pete's in trouble here. He's got to get rolling.
Wow, that ball was tanked. Whew.
He's going to kill one of those kids with these laser beams.
God. Like I don't know if I would like want to go sit out in the outfield bleachers during one of these events.
No, I want to
These
be,
balls-
I want to be
these
behind
balls
home
are-
plate to track it.
These balls are coming in hot.
Yeah, I agree, Randy. I think that 30, with this start, Alonso's in serious trouble of reaching 30.
Yeah, there's zero chance. This is now Rodriguez's to lose, I think, at this point.
He's got 2 minutes and 46 seconds to hit 25
Yeah.
home runs to tie.
Yeah, he's already got his bonus time. So
Yeah, he's earned it.
he needs 25 bombs.
That's a tall task.
Yeah. 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 Is there any other crazy news this week? I mean, other than just the Red Sox and that the Rays series, ugly. Yankees series, ugly. Oh God. I don't know. We talked about
What'd you think about Kumar Rocker going third?
I said I commented on that and said Rocker Texas Rangers new TV series.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's a huge risk at number 3. I don't know though. I mean,
Even after he's terrorized the independent league the last couple months.
I guess, man, but that's like I don't know.
Did we ever find out? Did we ever find out what was in his medical profile that scared the Mets off?
It was a shoulder. I'm pretty sure.
Is that what it was?
I'm like 10% sure it was a shoulder. that's that's what I heard. It was that, but I don't know. I mean, kind of cool that he's at elbow. That's what Brian says, elbow. I mean, kind of cool to be met back up with Leiter though. So, and him and Leiter both from Vanderbilt. Okay,
That was my initial reaction was, so the Rangers are going to get both the Van Stud starting pitchers out of last year's draft, and those two guys together. Could you imagine those two guys together at the top of your rotation in 3 to 5 years?
Yeah. Well, Leiter's
Assuming
already
they're
there, isn't he?
Well, he's in
already
Double A
out.
getting. Well, yeah, he's in
is
Double A getting roughed up.
Is he?
Yeah, he's not had a good season in Double A.
Gotcha. For some reason, I thought he was already up with a big league. Maybe that was just
No, there's another Leiter.
Oh, is it? How many Jack Leiters are there? Do they have 2?
Was it Jack Leiter?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Yeah, he's in. Let's see.
I think it's Jack.
Yeah, so Jack is currently in Frisco, Double A, Texas. He's got a 6.30 ERA.
Oh, yikes. So who's the
Yeah,
Leiter on the big club then?
Is it? There's another Leiter. What's his name?
John. I don't know. I can't even.
There's a Mark Leiter.
Well, yeah, he's an older guy, isn't he? No, I was thinking Al Leiter.
Yeah, Al Leiter is Jack Leiter's dad.
Yeah.
Mark Leiter pitches for the Cubs.
Okay. For some reason, I thought there was another Leiter on the Rangers, but maybe not.
Oh. Gotcha. Yeah, so Jack Leiter is Al Leiter's kid.
Gotcha. I didn't know that. There's a ton of kids coming up that are like ex-major leaguers.
Well, the Red Sox have what? Manny's son, Ortiz's son, and Pedro's son, like all playing in
No, they're not. They're not in the system. They're in like a developmental league. They're in it's called the Futures League, and it's they're in the Brockton Rocks, I think they're called. But yeah, the Sheffield's kid, Ramirez, Pedro, Ortiz, and Keith Folk's kid, like all on the same team. But all right, so Barstool Sports reported elbow, but yeah, I mean either way, I think
he looks healthy.
He does look healthy, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just think I don't know. it's a gamble. If the third, but the MLB draft is not like the NFL draft or the NBA draft, right? It's a complete crapshoot. Right.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, your first round, all of those kids could end up being duds. Right. And it's so funny to watch, like, listen to the people's comments on Facebook when these draft picks were coming up, being like, oh, the Blue Jays don't need a shortstop. They have Bo Bichette. It's like, well, right. But their AAA and AA teams need a shortstop. They're not drafting for the big league team. None of these draft picks are for your big league team right now. This is to shape your organization for the future. This is not to be like, oh, I'm taking Jackson Holiday at pick number one, who's 13 years old. Yeah, he's out. I'm not taking the 13-year-old freaking Jackson Holiday, a shortstop that doesn't even have to shave yet. He's not going to be playing in the major leagues next week.
Well, and that is totally the difference between the NBA and the NFL. It's like, look at Mac Jones with the Patriots. He gets drafted and immediately gets the starting gig in New England.
Right.
Like there's no pitcher that the Red Sox are going to draft in the draft who's going to be the ace next season. Like you're drafting a guy right now who's anywhere from 18 to 23 years old, who is probably at least 4 years away from seeing a major league field.
Yeah.
Because the development cycle is that long. That's the difference with baseball, is that the development cycle, this is not just a game of how physically gifted you are. It is a development cycle. And so you drafted a shortstop and Bo Bichette's there right now. Well, Bo Bichette's a free agent in 3 years. He may not be there anymore. He could have a massive injury and be out for a long period of time. You need to keep that pipeline full of future potential Bo Bichettes, because you're going to need him at some point.
Right. So Brian says, so what you're saying, the Pirates don't have traffic jam. So what happens, right, is what happened to Mookie Betts, right? When we were coming up, Mookie Betts was a second baseman in Portland. Dustin Pedroia was already with a big club, and they're like, hey, Mookie, how about you try center field while you're here in Portland? He goes up to center, and now he's a Gold Glove outfielder. Like if you're a professional athlete or your major league talent, like ready or potential, whatever, and they ask you to play a different position, you're going to play a different position and you're going to be fine. I mean, that's how I look at it. But,
how many guys were shortstops and became second baseman, or were third baseman and became first baseman, and it happens all the time.
Or was a Pirate shortstop and became a knuckleballer.
Yeah, Tim Wakefield. You need as much talent as you can have in the system, because you never know when you're going to need it.
Dwight Gooden, I have another one. Andrew Jones was the youngest player to hit a home run in the World Series. He was 18 when he did. Or second young. He might have been second youngest other than Mickey Mantle. But I know those two were like the youngest, like 1A and 1B. But Andrew Jones was 18 when he came up. I mean, it does happen, but it's rare.
Well, I mean, here's
Soto
a good one.
was 19, right?
Yeah.
Soto was young.
Do you want to know one of the only, I believe, still the only Major League Baseball player to never play in the minor leagues?
John Olerud.
There
was another one too, I think. But I saw it the other day. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, Andrew Jones was 18 coming up. Juan Soto was 19. I don't think he was in the minors for that long. Because he was 19 when they won the ship, right? Back in, what was it, 19? Yeah, the Nationals won in 2019, right? Yeah, I think he was 19 at that point. Right? Is that the math? If he's 23 now, so he might have been 20. Whatever.
20.
So, yeah. I mean, young players do come up, but like I was watching clips of these kids last night, and they were literally like 5'6", $142. Like, I'm like, what? How is this kid getting drafted? Like, are you kidding me? And then it pans out, and it's like, oh, it's Matt Holliday's son, or it's like, oh, hey, look, it's like Carl Crawford's son, and it's just like, okay, cool, but like, can he play? But I don't know. It's interesting. I'm just like looking at these kids. I was 6'2", 240 coming out of high school, and I was like, how did I not get a look? Like, I hit 400 my senior year with like 8 bombs and 30 RBIs in a 16-game season. And because I played Maine baseball, I wasn't even looked at. it's crazy where baseball's come. Like, I mean, granted, I wasn't hitting against 90-mile-an-hour pitching either, but these kids are seeing a different talent in Florida, in California, and in the South, even in North Carolina here, where people play outdoors, 12 months a year. But I don't know, man. It's interesting. Like, these kids are tiny, and you can definitely tell the difference between the high school kids and the college kids. It's crazy.
Well, it's so the other side of that story. So I was a baseball player in New Hampshire, 6'1", 215 coming out of high school. I did the perfect game circuit. I did the showcases and all that stuff. I got graded a low Division I, mid Division II level player. Played in a national tournament down in Nashville, Tennessee, and talked to scouts from both the Reds and the Pirates, who said, if you declared for the draft, you might get a look in the 30th round, and likely wouldn't get signed, or you'd end up in like low rookie ball on a bus somewhere, and you might get some playing time in a couple of years. But like that's the backlog of all those late round kids. They all get dumped in low rookie ball in like the Appalachian League or wherever the hell it is, and you don't go anywhere. So I looked at big schools, and I ultimately decided that, after touring a bunch of the big schools, I went to see Clemson and Stetson, and I went, you know what, I'm never going to make it. So why am I doing this? So I picked a school that I liked based on academics, St. Joe's, played baseball for 1 year and said, I don't want to play baseball anymore. I'm just done with it.
Yeah.
And focus on getting an education.
Yeah. I went to that same school, but I went there to play and got screwed ultimately in the end, but that's neither here or there. But
well, yeah, I think a lot of us would have played longer if the circumstances were different. But it's one of those things where, like, it's one of those things where if you're not, I played in an AAU national championship tournament. Our team was number 5 in the country coming out of New Hampshire. We played against the number 1 team in the country from Lakeland, Florida, and they were stupid good. There's 4 future major leaguers on that team.
Yeah.
The baseball in the South is not the same as baseball in the North. And then forget about baseball in the Dominican and South America, where these kids literally do that 24/7, 365.
They're hitting bottle caps with broomsticks. We don't have a chance.
It's not the same. They're hollowing out milk jugs as gloves. I mean, it's not the same.
No. Yeah, it's crazy. My Legion team was actually really good in Maine. We had two towns combined. And Nova Seafood was actually during high school, and they won a national championship my last year there. And we beat them all 3 times we played them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was insane. But yeah,
we played Nova. What is that? Was I a year behind you or 2 years behind you?
A year maybe.
I graduated in 07. Okay, 1 year.
So a year.
Because we played Nova my junior year and we destroyed them, but that was the year. No, my senior year. So it was the year after they won it all, and they were not the same team.
No.
That Carter kid was gone, and they were not the same team.
Mm-hmm. They had Ryan Flaherty was on that team. He ended up playing for the Orioles, and he was managing for the Padres. And then there was also Ryan Reed. He was pitching for the Durham Bulls here for a while. He was closing pitcher there. He threw like low to mid 90s.
Yeah.
But the best pitcher I ever saw was my junior year. That came out of Maine, I should say. My junior year, Mark Rogers from Mount Ararat.
Yep.
He came in at 14 years old. He was probably 5'10", 150 pounds soaking wet, throwing 94 at 14 years old. This kid was just throwing straight gas. He got at 14 years old. He got a $2.5 million $2.5 million signing bonus out of high school. I fouled 2 off, and then he threw me a breaking ball, and I was already back to the dugout before he hit the catcher's mitt. I totally bailed on it, and as soon as I bailed, I knew it was going back into the strike zone and just kept walking. But yeah, he 2-hit shut out us in the playoffs, went home, like, bye, see ya. Yeah,
he was good. If you remember Brian Wilson from the San Francisco Giants, the crazy closer with the beard.
Yeah.
He's your age. He was a year older than me, and he went to Pinkerton Academy in Londonderry, New Hampshire. So we played him every year. So when we played in my my junior year, which was his senior year, he had just flown back in from the Pan Am games, where he had gone like 3-0 with a .9 ERA. So he couldn't pitch, but he broke a bat. Remember those 2-piece barrel bats?
Yeah, the connections, the Easton
The connections.
connection.
Yeah. So he actually broke one of those. I was playing third base. He snapped the head off of it, sent it up over my head into left field. It was still a double in the gap, but he snapped the head off the damn bat over my head at third. He was a freak in high school, talent-wise.
Dude,
I mean, he was.
Albert Pujols has the biggest smile on his face right now.
Oh, he's loving it. He's having so much fun.
Anyways,
But he was such an unbelievable physical freak. But here he was at 17, 18 years old. That was his second trip to the freaking Pan Am games playing for Team USA.
Right.
The kid threw 98 miles an hour at 16 years old.
It's crazy, dude.
It's just freakish.
How do you find a high school catcher that can catch that?
I don't know. I have no idea how you find somebody.
If I was able to throw 90 plus on my high school team, dude, every pitch would have gone to the backstop.
Well, and actually, now that I think about it, I don't think he ever actually pitched for Pinkerton because he was always coming back from the Pan Am games, or he was in the Pan Am games 2 years, and then he played for Team USA in some sort of tournament in Mexico, and then he was somewhere else in Canada for a Team USA event. So, like, I don't think he ever pitched in high school. I think he just pitched for all these other things. And then I also played baseball with remember Rich Gale, the pitching coach of the Red Sox, and then the Sea Dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So his kids, Andy and Chris. Chris was 1 year older than me. Andy was a year younger than me. Chris went to Virginia on a full boat scholarship as a pitcher, but he was like an 85-mile-per-hour crafty kind of guy. Yeah. Andy Gale at 15 years old was throwing 95 miles an hour in the Babe Ruth tournament, in the Legion tournament at 15. Kid threw gas, went to Florida on a full scholarship, and blew his arm out and never touched a baseball again.
Man.
But some of these guys at granted, it's pretty helpful when your dad's a pitching coach at the major league level. You're going to learn from him.
Right.
But it doesn't last. It's just amazing how good these kids were and how it didn't last. It eventually just goes away.
Did Charlie Furbush come in with you?
Yeah. You're behind me.
A year behind you, yeah. Okay.
He was a year behind me, yep.
So he was that makes sense. It was my junior year. So that was cool. So he came into St. Joe's D3. He came in just absolutely dominated. He threw like 92, 93, lefty, about 6'6", 6'7". He gets a bid to the Cape Cod League for the summer after his freshman year, and then starts the All-Star game for the Cape Cod League, and then transfers to LSU, and then drafted by the Tigers, and then finished his career in Seattle, where I think he lives now. But it was kind of cool to see him on the big stage. And my claim to fame is I got a hit off of an inter-squad game, so that's pretty sweet. I mean, granted, he could only throw fastballs at that time, so I knew it was coming, so I just timed it up. But still.
Well, yeah, right. Still, you just had to sink it.
Yeah, right. But
it's amazing. But you face a guy that throws that hard, and it's just timing it. Like, and it's going to do all the work for you. Like, so we faced Andy Gale in the state tournament in Keene, New Hampshire. He was throwing 95. We won that game like 10-2. We hit like 4 home runs against him because when you're throwing that hard to a bunch of kids who are 16. We're just sticking the bat out, letting his power do all the work.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was crazy to see Charlie because I played against his older brother, John, and then his older brother, John, was a year ahead of me, and I was kind of in between them. And Charlie in high school only threw like low 80s, maybe. Like he didn't really have like hard stuff. And then he came to St. Joe's and either grew 2 or 3 more inches or something, but he just started humming it.
He was like 9'2" with arms that were like 1,000 feet long. I mean, he looked like Chris Sale. He was super tall, skinny, lanky.
Yeah, and he was just fastball changeup. He didn't even need a curveball unless, like, if he was in trouble in like the 5th inning with 2 strikes, he'd like bust one out and just like the hitters are just buckling like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't throw a good curveball, but it was different enough that it messed you up.
It was a wrinkle.
Yep.
That's all it was. But man.
But I remember watching Furbush when he was in Seattle. He went through the Red Sox order. He struck out Ramirez, Ortiz, and Mike Lowell. I want to say struck out the side against those guys.
Yep.
Yeah. Randy, that's what it felt like with Furbush. I mean, by the time he followed through, that ball was like 40 feet away from you, it seemed like, because he was so long.
Brian, you see the comment about Brian that went to Texas, watched a high school game. It's like, right?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, that's the South is just completely different. You know?
I mean, we used to, I did the AAU circuit, the perfect game circuit. I traveled all around the country, and we were a top 10 team in the country every single year coming out of Southern New Hampshire, Northern Massachusetts. We'd go down south and get our heads kicked in. I mean,
Yeah.
it was unreal. We'd go to these tournaments. I went to tournaments in Tennessee, Florida, Texas, Virginia, a bunch of other places too. And we'd play the teams from like the Midwest and the Northeast, and we were fine. We'd beat those teams. You get a team from Texas or Florida, and they'd roll out there, and you'd look up, and it was like 12-2 in the fifth inning, and you're just getting steamrolled.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally hit a ball back up. I hit a missile back up the middle into center field. Center fielder, I beat the throw to first by a step. The center fielder threw an absolute rocket to first base and almost had me.
Did you see that throw from short in the prospect, the Futures game?
Oh my goodness! That was
kid,
a missile.
The kid from the Cardinals unleashes
Missile.
a 100.7 mile an hour fastball
Yeah, I
off
thought
a crow hop to first base, dude. The camera couldn't even keep up with it. That's how fast
I
he
thought
threw.
I thought only O'Neal Cruz threw that hard. I mean, that was a missile.
Dude. I mean, granted, he did crow hop, but like he just unleashed a laser, dude.
Unreal.
If I was a first baseman,
missile.
if I was a first baseman, I'd be like, dude, whoa. Like, whoa. Like, there's no need for that.
They don't build a first baseman meant to receive a ball thrown that hard.
No,
they just
dude.
don't.
Just in. Pujols is going to win this round too.
I'm watching. I keep looking down, going, "There's no way this is happening."
Insane.
Pujols hit 15, and Soto is struggling right now.
Wow,
he's hit a bunch. Soto's like flicking balls to left field right now. It doesn't even make sense. I mean, he did earn his first 30 seconds, so he's got time. But could you imagine if Pujols goes to the final and he loses to Julio Rodriguez? That's like a perfect passing of the torch.
Right.
Unreal, man.
Yeah, I mean, Soto needs 9, and
he's got time to do it.
Right
He just where the hell is that pitch going? Catcher didn't even move for it. It was so bad.
It just got to me. That's funny. That's all. Oh, he just missed that one, dude. It was right down the middle.
Yeah, he's missed a bunch in this round. Oh, he just hit a ball way up in the bleachers. Boy, oh boy. He's hitting a lot of line drives, getting on top of a lot of pitches.
Yeah.
That pitch was like way up and away. Is that going to get out? Oh, no. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Just to circle back to the rocker piece, though, like, I mean, I think that's a little early to take. I mean, I know he's been dominant in the independent league, but
he's throwing 99. He's been on the radar gun at 99 consistently.
Well, then, all right. Then, I mean, I guess you take a gamble on him. Like we said, it is kind of a crapshoot. I mean,
yeah, I don't know what, obviously we don't get to see the medical file on what actually was going on with his arm. He did get shoulder surgery in the offseason. That was, I believe, what eventually spooked the Mets away from him, was a minor procedure to clean up his shoulder. But if you're telling me right now, though, that one team can end up with Leiter and Rocker together, which nobody thought possible. Those guys were both top 10 first-round picks. Your rotation could be set for a long time. You think their pitching could be lights out with those two guys at the top. Granted, you're still talking probably 3-4 years down the road, but holy cow!
I mean, I'm gonna be honest here. I guess I never really sat and like really watched a first-year players draft. I think this was the first year like I really sat and like watched it.
I usually read the next day who got picked, and I don't care.
Exactly. And I was completely shocked that the amount of high school kids picked over college kids.
Oh, yeah.
Where, I was completely shocked.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know the reasoning for that. Like, maybe the upside, like the development of these players.
I think it's the fact that I can get them at 18 and start developing them now and not wait until they're 21 and somebody else has done something to them.
But half these kids that you sign or draft might not even sign. Like, a lot of the high school kids were verbally committed to a college. But, then I guess if you're a first-round draft pick they're banking on you to sign that, $2.5 million signing bonus, or that, that $4 million incentive to come play now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess, but it's,
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
seems like the top rounds of the draft have always been more slanted towards high school kids because they look at them more as I'm drafting the talent, I'm not drafting the finished product. And
Yeah.
again, like to go back to like why nobody watches the MLB draft, just like the NFL and NBA drafts, these players aren't going to be on the field for years. Nobody knows who the hell they are. It's not like you're waiting to see who takes, whatever big names there are in the draft each year. All the drama around who is going to take Mac Jones and who is going to take
Right.
whichever other quarterbacks went. Like, we don't know who the hell these kids are because they're still in high school, they're in college, and they don't get the same level of coverage. So
Yeah.
I think that's why these teams slant towards the younger players because they can develop versus inherit. Soto just beat Pujols.
Yeah. Darn.
Well, I think Randy's right here a little bit too. You're drafting on talent. If one of those kids pans out and develops into a rock star, like the next Mike Trout, then you're
Yeah.
golden.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. It's just,
Yeah, but you're absolutely drafting for talent,
yeah.
and you're going to teach them the rest.
Dude, Julio Rodriguez, 21 years old. Juan Soto, 23 years old.
It's a bunch of kids out there.
Yeah. As we were just saying, like, the young kids definitely aren't in the game anymore. And they're just like,
Yeah, there they are.
kids. Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. This could be an interesting final. I mean,
Yeah.
I think Rodriguez might have the edge here, to be honest.
I think he might too, because Soto was not. Rodriguez has gone 32, then 30. Soto snuck by both guys he's playing, and I think he hit 20 and now 16. I mean, he hasn't exactly been impressive.
Such a pretty swing.
And like I said at the beginning of this thing, I don't love Soto's swing for a derby like this. He is another line drive gap hitter that accidentally elevates one and gets it out.
Yeah.
But I think this could be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Instant classic. Yeah, this certainly could be.
Did you see the Texas Rangers rookie this week? He had his first career home run was an inside the Parker.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
That was pretty cool.
There's a guy dove for it who got past him and he just ran like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But I love when like the random stuff like that happens in baseball. Like you just.
Yeah, there was Mark McGuire's son did get drafted, which I found interesting. Mason McGuire. He's actually a pitcher.
Huh.
He was drafted in pick number 233. But another high school pitcher, but McGuire's kid, which is certainly interesting.
Right. Julio Rodriguez was 3 months and 5 days old when Albert Pujols made his MLB debut.
Oh my God.
It's like, oh my
That's
goodness.
insanity.
That's amazing. God. So, who are some of the predictions?
Oh, I meant to tell you. Did you see that your volunteer firefighter got drafted?
No. Where did
He got drafted
go?
by the Angels at pick number 89.
Oh God, that's too bad for him.
I'm actually more impressed that he lasted all the way to pick 89. I mean, I think clearly one of the top collegiate pitchers, and he goes in the third round. I mean,
yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. Did you see? I posted this a while ago. But Whit Merrifield had the most consecutive game streak at 553.
Oh yeah,
but it snapped. He didn't start. That just goes to show like how crazy Cal Ripken record is of 2036.
Yeah, what was 2001?
191 or whatever. Or
is it 2632?
So
I was
Matt
getting the numbers
Olson,
mixed up.
Matt Olson's the next in line. He's got 221 straight games. He's now the longest active Ironman. He would have to play every game until 2036 to tie Cal Ripken.
That's insanity. Yeah. So you'd have to play 16 and a quarter seasons in a row consecutively to tie Cal Ripken. I mean, it's never going to happen. Like nobody's ever going to break that record. I mean, not only that, but like with all the, you have to load manage and guys get days off for this, and like nobody's going to play every day like that.
Yeah. God, that is so funny.
But at the same time, like, would Cal have been a better player if he had taken a few rest days now and then? I don't know.
Right.
How many times was he out there when he was at less than 80%? And could have used a day off, or it was one of. I always found it interesting. It's kind of a double-edged sword, that record, because would he have benefited from some rest days here and there to get a breather, or
But
those numbers have looked like?
When you're the Baltimore Orioles, like what is your like rest days look like? Your 80% Cal Ripken Jr. is probably 1,000 times better than your 100% whoever.
Well, yeah, but imagine if Cal Ripken was, instead of being 80% for 162 games, he was 95% for 150. Does he end up performing better because of that? I've always wondered that. No, like, is there a trade-off there?
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I honestly don't know if there is or not, but
I think it's unreal that the guy played that many games in a row.
Right. I mean, it's cool that many games in a row, but it also like it only count like he only had to play to like the 5th inning, and then he could like take the day off. You know what I mean? Like he goes up and he starts in the field for 4 innings, gets 2 at bats, and then goes and sits on the bench. Like, and it counts as a game.
Yep.
So I mean, there's that part of it, but
oh yeah, you can play with it a little bit and get it to count.
But yeah.
All right, here's your boy Rodriguez coming to the plate.
Man,
how many this round? He can't hit 30 again, right?
If he gets north of 26, he wins. I think 26 would be a good buffer for him. Anything less than that, then it's going to be close. But Soto looks like he's toast.
Randy's going 20. Yeah, he looks like he needs a nap. Yeah. I feel like Julio's 25 or more. I think he was probably 25 to 30. I don't think he can do 30 again. That would be if he does, that's amazing.
Right, you got to start running out of gas at some point here.
Yeah, you have to.
I mean, I guess you don't. These kids are freaks, but that bat he has looks sick though. Wish I had a bat company that could just like custom make me bats all the time like that.
I know. I want another order of bats. Okay.
Right. Yeah, he is 21, so he's got the stamina.
He's not even tired.
No.
Soto's 23. It's not like he's tired either.
Right.
Although they only get 2 minutes in the final. Okay, this should be quick then. There's no way it's 30 then.
They only have 2 minutes? Well, probably an extra minute. They probably still get bonus time now.
Yeah, so you probably still get 3 minutes now instead of 4, but so there's no way he's hitting 30 then, and with 11.
I don't see it. I don't see the stars.
The first one was absolutely smoked. Second one absolutely smoked. This kid doesn't stop.
No.
Oh, the third one smoked.
Oh my god.
Oh, one of those like shown to the warning track. It was higher than it was far. Oh man. Oh boy, that ball may never land. 437 was the first one. He's so consistent. His swing is so consistent.
Oh. I love his finish too. 2 hands on the bat, and he's right balanced. Back into yeah.
It's beautiful. Oh, that's gone. Oh, wall scraper. Oh, that thing just hung up there forever.
Soto's watching him on TV here.
Oh yeah.
God.
He's looking a little tired.
It's a lot of
For the
swings
Rocket.
with a yeah.
Yeah. So he called timeout. 57 seconds left. He's got 7. He's earned 1 of the 30-second bonuses.
Dang. Oh, so they do have the bonuses. There we go.
Yeah. They still get the 2 30-second bonuses.
So even if he hits 20, 25, 26 in this round in 3 minutes, it's gonna be pretty tough to
I mean, I think if he hits 20, he's probably in good shape. It's gonna be hard to get more than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Man. I could argue that the commissioner didn't even need to like vote Cabrera into the All-Star game. He could have easily just been their lone representative.
Yeah, that could totally be true. That he could have actually just been the Tigers rep anyways, because
Right. I mean, Gregory Soto's the right choice. That guy is
he is.
filthy.
He's
But-
the only good player on my fantasy team right now.
Dude, he's gross.
Imagine how good he'd be if they actually won some damn games.
Right? He had a chance to come into a ball game.
The he gets like 1 save chance a week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's frustrating because he's so good. He's like an automatic.
What's his contract status? Somebody could be looking at him, Red Sox.
Well, I'm actually surprised that he hasn't been in rumors, because they might want to try to get a package haul back for him. Because there's a bunch of teams right now that could desperately use a closer like him.
For sure.
Ooh, we're at 10. He's hitting some rockets to left. Ooh, this kid's got some pop.
Yeah. See, and this is
He's
where
wiry,
like
but he's got some pop.
this is where like being Seattle sucks. Like, or he's actually getting some recognition right now, and the fact that they've won 14 straight. But we've talked about it before. Being in the Pacific Northwest like doesn't help this Mariners team at all.
Yeah, it's hard because
no one gets to watch.
Half the world doesn't see you.
No, and they don't have a Shohei or a Mike Trout to be put on ESPN and lose 14-2, But get one more here.
He only got 1 of the 30-second bonuses.
Oh, he didn't get the other one.
No, he's at 14.
Well, man. I like that they didn't go all crazy with the All-Star uniforms though. Like just the gold font. Love it. Love that.
Yeah, it's you don't have to go nuts here. Let's have some fun but not go crazy.
Right. Like we don't need that City Connect debacle during the All-Star game.
Oh god,
here.
no. I'm so done with the City Connect jerseys. So done.
I'm glad there's no more this year. Let's be honest, but
Yeah. It's built in.
Yeah, especially when they're like J-Rod this, and it's like they're already trying to make the nickname stick. And it's like,
I know it. I hate it.
Right.
That's gone. That's hammered.
Goodness.
Oh boy. He just pummels these things.
Wow, where's that one going to land?
Freaking Anaheim.
Goodness. You got to get 3 more swings off here. Let's go. One more. Let's go.
Oof.
Get some lift. Oh, I missed it, I think.
18.
That might do it, honestly. I think 18.
In only 3 minutes, that's a lot.
Yeah. 6 home runs.
And he didn't even get the second 30-second boost either. If he
Yeah,
did.
that's the other thing. Like, it depends on if Soto's got it here or not. But
yeah, his home runs this round were a lot more line drives and not as many deep carrying shots.
Do we think Soto gets moved at the deadline here, or do you think it's an off-season deal, winter meetings type thing?
I think it's an off-season thing. I don't see
I
how
do
you can
too.
put together a package like that during the season.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. It's just
It's
going to take way too much.
well, and if honestly, like the Nats have lost all their leverage because he's not re-signing,
Right.
and he's a free agent in a couple of years, so you can just wait, and he's going to be available
Yeah.
for
Right.
nothing. So I mean, if I'm the Nationals, I'm trying like hell to move him, but you're going to be prepared to accept less if you want to move him quickly
Right.
because you don't
Yeah.
have leverage here.
It's only going to take two or three prospects versus the 4 and like 2 major league ready players, like, I mean, probably not that extreme, but yeah, I agree with you.
Oh, it's going to take a package of 3 or 4. He's a free agent after the
Yeah.
2024 season. So if you can wait a couple seasons, he'll be available for nothing. Or you can make a move, in the offseason, get him for, 2 seasons on a rookie contract and throw a massive amount of money at him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Randy, I don't disagree. If I'm the Nationals, I may just ride him until 24 to keep butts in the seats for the fans and then let him go. But
I mean, you got to keep something, right? Strasburg's career is over.
yeah. But the flip side of it is if
unfortunately,
he's leaving,
terrible.
it's like Xander Bogaerts. The Red Sox should really seriously think about trading him in the offseason, or sorry, trading him at around this August deadline this year if they don't think they're going to re-sign him, because you need to get something for him. Don't let him walk away for nothing.
Right. And you don't get that compensation pick anymore.
You don't. So there's like if you keep him all the way to the end of the season and he signs somewhere else next year, you get nothing. If you're pretty sure you're not going to sign him, you need to trade him now and get something for him.
I just don't. That's the thing is like, I think they hang on to Bogaerts because I think the Red Sox are stubborn enough to think that they're still in this race.
Yeah, and
I mean, which technically they are.
Yeah, I mean, with this expanded wild card, I mean, the Red Sox are 2 games out of a wild card spot right now.
Yeah.
The problem is they've got 1, 2, 3. You got 3 teams that are a game and a half, or less than a game and a half back from them.
But you
So
can't.
they're in a 4-team race for the 5-team race for the last spot.
You can't be sellers at the deadline here, dude. Boston will burn. There's zero chance the fans would be calling for Bloom's head on a spike.
Oh, they already are.
Well, I know, that's what I mean. Like, so if you're gonna sell Bogaerts at the deadline, dude, they're gonna be marching around with his head on a post. Like,
it's gonna be so bad.
Yeah, but you look at the Red Sox right now, and they don't pass the eyeball test. You don't look at them and be like, yeah, they're a playoff team. Like, but with that third wild card spot, like anything can happen.
It is, and that's the problem. I love the idea of having another team make it to the playoffs, but what that does is it keeps more teams in the race. So that trade deadline is going to become almost pointless because you're going to have 20 teams still in the race,
right?
And only 10 that are sellers. Right. And I just don't think you're going to see the same level of activity we used to have.
Or you know what you do? You like extend the deadline till right before you have like September call-ups.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if they have, like before you expand the rosters, like a week before you expand the rosters, shut off the deadline, August 15th, we'll say. Usually by August 15th, the end of August, you start to see who.
Yeah,
Right. Who's going to be there? Who's going to be not? Was that a sentence? I don't know. But yeah, here we go. Soto.
Yeah, Soto is off to a horrendous start.
Yeah. This is, oh God. But yeah, his pitcher has been all over the place.
He hasn't hit one yet. We're at a minute and a half.
So tired. Yeah. Yeah, you could tell when he was using
finally.
You could tell when he was using that vibrator on his arms that he was a little bit tired and sore.
Yeah, he's definitely tired. He hasn't really been like super impressive in this whole thing.
No.
Now he's hitting opposite field home runs just to show off. He just hit one. His first one was hit at 452.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he's still not
That's
out of it. He can
crushed.
get hot.
Holy cow.
And if he gets over 440 again, he's got a minute bonus time. Whew. I just saw
All right,
the
Soto's
line.
earned both the bonuses.
Yeah, that one was wow. Was that off the scoreboard?
I don't know, man. That was
Goodness gracious.
wow. He's got 10 with 30 seconds left and his minute bonus time.
Yeah. Wow.
He's hitting opposite field home runs because that's where the pitches are being thrown to him.
Right. Well, maybe he's not out of it. He's still got a minute and a half.
That start
This
was
is gonna be
horrendous.
tough.
I would love to see one of those. See a
505.
505 footer. I
You're
don't
not
think
gonna-
Soto's got that kind of power, but he's got power.
You're not going to see another 505 footer with guys off steroids. Sorry.
Well, and with pitches
Not during the
thrown
derby.
65 miles per hour in a home run derby. You know, if he squared up a 100-mile-per-hour heater from somebody, yeah, maybe. I forgot about Miguel Tejada winning a home run derby.
Right?
Jeez, that's going back. Robinson Cano winning one.
Yeah. Cano won in Arizona. Tejada won in Houston, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness. Yeah, because I just remember Cano peppering that scoreboard in center field
Oh,
at
right.
Arizona.
Yep.
And his dad was pitching.
Yep.
That ball was a liner. Oh, I didn't make it.
No, he hit a couple of wall balls to start off. Oh, boy, he's hitting some. Oh, that's a bomb. He's going to need all that minute. Oh, actually, he's got hit 2 in a row.
Wow. Did it get up?
Yeah, he's got 15 going into the bonus.
All right. Ah, man. And he's got a full minute to get 4. Man. Yeah, that Mickey, right?
No way. There's no way those are accurate.
That Mickey Mantle one they say went 636 feet, they said. Right? That's supposedly the longest home run ever.
Yeah, no way.
At like left Yankee Stadium or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
There's
I think
no way.
the ones they had of like Prince Fielder that hit him on the top of the roof at Tiger Stadium, like I mentioned earlier. I think those were measured at like, what did I say?
Prince,
I meant Cecil. Whatever.
the original fielder.
Yeah. Which is ironic because neither one of them could field. But
No, they couldn't. Oh my God, no.
Those two that he put on the roof at Tiger Stadium were measured over 500 feet. I mean, those things were tanked. And then,
I can't imagine with a pitcher throwing probably barely, maybe 80s, barely 90. With the bats they use, the ball they use, I don't see any chance on earth those guys ever hit anything more than 500 feet, unless they were counting like when it went over the little bleacher section and rolled down the street, then they finally found it.
Right, exactly. And like
No
you're
way.
telling me that, you know, let's say Jose Mesa for a guy that throws over 100. I know, random name drop. He goes to Coors Field and is pitching against, I don't know, Mark McGwire. Right, you're telling me that Mark McGwire can't square up a 102 mile an hour fastball and hit it 636 feet at Coors Field? There's zero chance that anybody else before him.
I think we're tied.
Could do that. You know,
Soto's the winner.
Dang.
Is that going to get out? Well, that one didn't make it.
He's still gonna get it though, right? They're at 18.
There it is. It's over. Soto wins. Damn, I would have loved to see Rodriguez win it.
I know, right? Yeah, you got it. Dang. I mean, see, that's where I'm like like I get the bracket format. I like it. Like, but I mean, Rodriguez put on a show, dude.
Rodriguez hit more home runs than anybody in this tournament, and he finishes second. It just stinks.
Yeah. Well, that was like, was it the first year that Todd Frazier won when they went to the money?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
when they went to the timed rounds, Todd Frazier won with like 4. It's like, wait.
Oh, it's horrendous. Yeah, horrendous.
But
And actually,
yeah.
and Randy makes a great point. This is exactly the ending Major League Baseball probably hoped for. The 2 youngest guys duking it out.
Right.
To
100%.
really spotlight some of the young players in the game, because Soto's in a crappy market with the Nationals.
Yeah.
Rodriguez is not in a great market in Seattle for exposure. It was big to have these guys get some exposure on the national stage.
Brian, you actually get an automatic win this week for your boy winning the home run derby. So
Actually, you get a loss because we don't like home run derby winners.
right, and you haven't lost yet this year. So yeah.
Yep.
Anyways,
You clearly spent too much time on your fantasy team, and we cannot allow it.
But yeah, man, that was a blast to go over the derby and just talk random stuff tonight. But yeah, we'll be back. Regular show on Monday. We'll probably go over our predictions from the preseason. Yes, we will probably change some of them because we're allowed to.
Or all of them.
Or I'm sticking with my rookie of the year, man.
Yeah, I got a couple maybe that I can hang on to, but
yeah,
we'll
my playoff team's definitely going to change a little bit there, but I'll have to break out the spreadsheet, see what we got. But yeah. But yeah, so we'll be back next Monday at 8, and we'll talk to you guys then.
All right. See you, everybody. Thanks for sticking around with us tonight.